Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick and the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from far north Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe?
You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers. So make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new Click and Collect service. Just tap to order items online, and it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and Collect. Try it today.
And strap yourself in, viewers. Welcome to grand final day of the Bulls Masters Under 16 Youth Cup Country Challenge. T20 match for you this morning. Sunshine Coast Scorchers up against the far North Queensland Fusion. Sunshine Coast won the toss and they have elected to bat. Joining me in commentary this morning, Simon Gills. Welcome, Simon.
Morning, Sheezy. How are you?
All right, really looking forward to this match. These two teams obviously deserving of playing in the grand final after such great results over the last few days, and it should be a cracking T20 match.
It's a beautiful day for cricket, mate. Weather's fantastic. Good viewing day.
Yes.
Wicket looks hard and flat.
Change of wicket today from those people who've been shot at the stumps,
and OTs.
Overthrows, and worth a shot at the stumps.
Risk reward early on.
Expected maximum today of 30 degrees, but we actually probably should be finished by the time that 30 degrees is reached. We're planning on being over and done with at around 11 o'clock this morning. Flushes outside off stump.
Looking forward to watching the Sunny Coast boys bat. I haven't seen them yet this last couple of days. I've watched the Fusion on Tuesday night, but the Sunny Coast team obviously undefeated, but looking forward to seeing how they go today in this T20 final.
And we have been joined by the Far North Fusion Bulls Masters mentor, Nathan Reardon. How are you, Reardo?
Pretty good.
Sun screened up, sun safe as usual.
Yeah.
Bit warm out there, Rito. You look like you're buffing, mate.
You're looking forward to watching the Sunny Coast boys bat. I'm not.
Oh, no, you might not be. Only because I haven't seen them, mate. Only because I haven't seen them.
I don't want them to bat for very long.
No. There's a few boys there. Young Curtis, he's one of our Queensland schoolboy reps. It's good to see him out there, and he's a very good cricketer. And I'm sure there's a lot of very good cricketers out there this morning, so it should be a good contest.
Both teams have played some pretty good cricket the
Yeah.
last few days. So
So I got over to watch the end of the
the game,
the
yesterday
Fusion
afternoon.
and the Nitros over on Field 4 yesterday. It was still in the balance with a few overs to go, but the Fusion boys bowled well, and what they did do well was caught well.
Excellent.
They did some great catches there to knock over the Nitros and confirm their place in today's final over on Field 4.
Certainly the runs on the board helped. They were probably... Nitros were scoring relatively slowly yesterday, so I think, that lifted off. Good rock. And
Good
well
stuff.
Played.
Well bowled from McGinty.
It was well played. It was actually well played in the end. Kept it down.
we actually wanted to bowl first, so
Okay.
yeah, we got what we wanted.
I can tell you.
That's gone under.
But he does just because of the. Obviously, they put a bit of water into the wicket, and we thought maybe if we are going to get anything out of it, it might have been that first hour, the earlier start. So,
Rito, do you prefer to chase in T20s, like as a player? You would prefer.
yeah, as a batter in the middle order, I did. Yeah,
You see it a lot, don't you? You see a lot of teams win the toss, select the bowl, because they just know what they've got to do, chasing runs, basically.
Well, I was out there for the toss this morning, and Sunshine Coast skipper Benny Baker won the toss, and he could not say batting fast enough.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. There was no ums and ahs about what they were going to do.
I mean, yeah, and you always say runs on the board adds a little bit of extra pressure, isn't it, to the chasing team, but T20s are just not so sure. Game's over so fast.
So opening the bowling from the northern end here, which has been a little bit of a standard procedure from the Fusion boys, the number 7 for the Far North Fusion, Brodie Zanetic from the Mulgrave Cricket Club up there in Cairns. Barry Weir country. Weir's a Mulgrave Cricket Club man.
Weir was here with the country challenge with the Open Men's team. No injuries, Rito? Boys fit? All the team?
Yeah, they're all good.
All good? That's good.
I think they're sore, but...
Oh, they'll be tired. Oh, no ball.
No ball.
Front footer.
So free hits. Signalled by umpire Gordon Fredericks from Bundaberg, our other umpire at square leg, with the Bob Marley style haircut. Rick Gower has travelled down from Rockhampton. So Riley Jobson on strike for the free hit. He's had quite a reasonable carnival with the bat. Here we go. And lofted over cover point. Still a massive boundary out there. It's going towards the Calvin Street side of the field. And the batsman will come back for 3 very, very comfortable runs. Excellent running from Jobson and McAllister.
Moving that pitch, Shearsy, back to the middle, basically the middle of the block now, isn't it really? Actually, it's right in the middle of the block. It's just made that boundary towards the grandstand that little bit longer. Yesterday, the last 2 days, it's been a very short, very fast boundary, but it's extra probably 10 metres. And it's just made that little bit more difficult out this way.
Wind's not blowing quite as much from the east as it has been for earlier in the week. Oh, that's an awesome cover drive. Mid-off chasing after it. May just beat him.
Oh, good effort.
Oh,
he's hurt himself.
Head first into the fence.
He's hurt himself.
And he's injured himself. Can't quite pick up who that fielder is.
It was a fantastic chase.
He really put in the big ones. Massive dive. Sliding into the fence. And he's up. He's about. It's the number 4 for the Fusion.
Oh.
Cale Newcomb from Rovers.
He's a bit ginger. That was a fantastic chase.
Well, we don't have an option to replace him.
No, that's right. You're one down, aren't you?
He's going to have to play concussed.
Who have you guys lost?
Benny Harrison, who was on the commentary with us on Tuesday night. He's done a groin.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was out early in the carnival.
Okay.
First game. That was a lovely shot.
And that comes back to, were you here for that conversation we had 13, about possibly bringing 13 with Lofted over mid-wicket.
They've got a sweeper
big
out
chase. And they'll haul it in. He has thrown it infield a fair way. And they've eventually picked it up and they've got 3 runs.
Saved a run, but
Yeah, so there's a little bit of dew about there too, Rito. Hey?
There's a little bit. That was probably the only thing you think about bowling first is that bit of dew on the ball, but we just thought that the wicket might give us a little bit, but he's probably just been a little bit all over the place this over. Just hasn't quite got that length right. Or
Wide delivery.
Or line for that matter.
Down leg side.
and the problem is too, Rito, being a T20, you don't have that, couple of overs to get settled. You've got to get into your rhythm straight away, don't you?
Yep.
You haven't got time to.
No, that's right.
If they don't get it right straight away, they're going to get punished.
Yep.
I mean, that's the nature of the game. Oh, that stayed down a little bit. Well played.
I think that's the length, though.
Yeah, it is. I think the key man here will be the Fusion skipper, young Beach. He bowled beautifully the other night in the T20, and I think he could be a handful on this deck.
Bowls, defends it through point, a defensive push through point, and McAllister, Sunshine Coast wicketkeeper, picks up 2 runs for his troubles.
15 off the over.
Good over for the Scorchers.
Good over. Bit of everything in that over.
So 2 overs down in the Scorchers innings, and they're currently sitting on none for 17. Rito, did you just head straight back to the motel last night, or did you head out with the boys?
No, I went out for a dinner. Went out
team
to
dinner at all?
Brothers Leagues Club for a team dinner.
Okay, nice.
I did hear that a few of the teams are heading to the Waves as well for dinner last night, team dinners.
There's only the 2 grand final teams that went to Brothers. None of the others were allowed, so we just pushed them to the Waves.
Okay then. Demarcation line put in place. Why ball?
No, we had a good feed.
None of the fellas were out in the Max King Sports Bar placing a few bets on how well they're going to go today. I hope not.
No. Make it on to sports bet this game. They need to just make sure they start well here, the Fusion boys. I don't want to let the game get away from them too early.
That's good areas.
It's a nice length.
Yep. And it's about us, and we talked about this the other night, Rito. It's about hitting those good lengths so you can set the fields accordingly.
That's right.
You can't be inconsistent because you just can't set fields to that sort of stuff, and batsmen take full advantage of it.
Especially with 2 out, you need to be pretty clear on your plans. And
yeah.
I know a lot of the bowlers at the top level just speak about having a field set for a certain ball, and if the batters play a good shot, then so be it. But you've got to be able to bowl that ball to the field you got. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good ball.
It's a nice shot.
Should be cut off by mid-on.
Indeed.
It does well. So, the field that McGinty's got at the moment, first slip, third man. I'm probably saying more of a backward point rather than a gully, maybe a gully. Point, cover and mid-off, all on the offside, and on the leg side, just the 3, mid-on, mid-wicket and a deep fine leg.
Well bowled. He's zoned into a good area early on.
One thing I spoke to the bowlers about is just being able to assess early if it is swinging. Then yes, you slip in, but if it's not, don't hold him there for too long.
No.
It gives you another run saving option. And so I might be wrong, but it doesn't look to me as if the ball's swinging too much, and slip doesn't really look in the game to me. But this one will probably go straight to slip.
Well, it's the age old. As soon as you take him out, one will go through there for sure.
That's right, and then that gives you another option to put a mid-wicket in and maybe just hold your mid on and square leg back a bit deeper, and you can probably that allows you to go a bit straighter with your line.
This is a good over from McGinty so far. She's got to be able to finish it off now. Or bowled.
And he has finished that off. Oh, little misfield. No, they thought about it, and the old adage, don't run on a misfield. Although, the bigger the misfield, we can take those singles now, can't we? Just those little misfields.
2 o'clock this afternoon, mate. Dialed in for the trip home. You have to have the radio on, or
Yeah, I don't think I'll be home by 2, but
he's mishit that, but I think he might get away with it. He's got enough on it.
He's got enough of it.
Going out towards the scoreboard side of the field, to Calvin Street side of the field. They've picked up 2 runs.
Yeah, it'll give me something to listen to on the way home. I like the day-night test.
Yeah, I agree. You can sleep in the morning, get a few jobs done, and then straight after lunch, sit down for a bit of a siesta and watch a bit of cricket.
Perfect way to spend your holiday.
It is. It's fantastic.
Unfortunately, though, 2 young kids doesn't really allow you to watch too much test cricket.
Get him into bed early, mate. You've still got a couple of hours.
That's true.
It doesn't finish till 9 o'clock.
That's true.
Thank God for KO minis.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a tight ass, mate. I don't have KO.
Can't say I do.
Yeah, I've converted to KO.
I've sponged it off for kids. Use their logins.
I've actually got a wedding tonight, so I might miss a bit of day one.
Oh.
A wedding?
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday evening?
Speaking of tight asses.
Yes.
Hey? Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Charlie.
Looks a change of bowler early. NASA has come into the attack.
You're predicting England to fight back to game 2, or you think it's going to be a pretty lopsided series? What are you? What's your gut?
I think England. If England are going to fight back, it's this test they've got. I think they'll do well. I don't know. It's a bit of a cliche, but certainly the
hit straight to point, no runs.
The day-night test probably suits the Pommy bowlers more than anything else. One, it's not going to be stinking hot for them. And 2, I think just those conditions at night will certainly, and I'm assuming Anderson and Broad will play because they were badly missed in the first test. If they do play, I think they'll utilise the conditions quite well. In saying that, I mean, I think Hazelwood was probably the best. I mean, Cummins took the 7 wickets, but geez, I thought Hazelwood bowled beautifully in the first test, and he's going to be a massive loss.
Nice shot from Jobson.
Yeah, he's been in pretty good form, Hazelwood, so
it'd be good opportunity for Richardson, but they're all giving him huge raps. He's been bowling well.
Yeah, he's been
nets, and he's one of those guys that just I think hurries the batsmen up. You know,
he does.
He's only a little bloke and he hits the deck hard.
Malcolm Marshall like.
Yeah, a bit that way.
Full pitch delivery. Now, did that come off the bat or did that come off the toe? No, off the bat. Little inside edge.
Straight onto the toe. I think the key really for the test will be, who, and again, obvious, but who, which team can put the runs on the board early. If they can bat, whichever team bats first, and they can establish, 400 in the first dig, then
you control that game too.
Correct.
You can sort of pick and choose when you declare then, and
because I think both teams have got good bowling lineups. And you've got to take 20 minutes to win the test. I realise that, but
I think that's a good point you make, because if you bat first in those day-night tests and you bat well, the game's pretty much dead because you can dictate when to win.
You're either going to win or draw, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's very hard to shot.
Lofted on drive. That's racing away to the boundary. That will be 4 runs to finish that first over of Alex Nasser, having replaced Brady Zanetic at the northern end. Brady taken out of the attack by the skipper, Aidan Beach, after his first over.
That was a beautiful shot. Took the infield on. McAllister
channeling Josh Philippi from last night, who scored an awesome
Wasn't a great game.
99 not out.
Maxie's 100 was fantastic, coming in at 2 for 6.
And his first scoring shot was a reverse ramp, I think.
Reverse sweep off the spinner, yeah. No, it was a great game of T20 cricket last night.
So 4 overs gone in the Sunshine Coast innings, none for 30.
Change your bowler again.
And Will Hanlon, the number 5 for the Far North Fusion, coming into the attack with ball in hand at the southern end. Will Hanlon from Mariba.
So a couple of quick updates in the outfields, Cheersy. Mackay Whitsunday are batting against Darling Downs, and none for 18. The Wide Bay Flames are 2 for 42 against the CQ Seamers. And Southeast Queensland Stormers.
Full toss, flicked out to square leg, and it's been shelled.
Oh, that's not
Miles Howard, I think, was the fielder out at deep square leg.
That's not ideal.
Just picked it up beautifully.
Got into good position. Had a no, didn't quite get the chance to have a second grab at it. And Miles Howard obviously will be quite disappointed in himself out there.
That's definitely the wicket we needed, that.
And just that fourth game, the Stormers, Southeast Queensland Stormers, 1 for 14 against the North Queensland Monsoons.
A lot of cricket getting played over the state.
Yeah, there is,
today,
isn't there, actually?
All the
QJC carnivals are wrapping up, aren't they, I think?
The last day today.
Is it today or tomorrow? The last day?
They might have one more day, actually, yeah. Yeah, 50 overs in 5 days they play. So a lot of cricket.
Jobson pushes that one just forward of square.
A lot of cricket.
Trot through for a single. Far North Fusion probably haven't bowled the way they would have liked to have done in this power play.
No.
Rito?
No, and you probably... Yeah, I mean, they've certainly got the momentum, but you certainly got to try and take those...
Good running.
Certainly got to try and take those chances to try and stop that momentum.
I know the T20s are about going big, you see it all the time, but things like that, where you still got to get off strike, singles are so important in a game, like just to get up the other end, particularly if you're not timing the ball well, or...
Look, I know Blaine Schloss is down as the coach for the Sunshine Coast Scorchers side, but I do know Jared Flegler had coached these guys throughout the TABS competition, and he was unavailable to be here this particular week. So I'm sure Flegs is probably 4 runs. I'm sure Flegs is probably tuning into the live stream right now, knowing the cricket fan,
cricket
nuffy that he is.
Yes.
On the Sunshine
Hello,
Coast.
Jared. Love you.
Well, when I was chatting to him a few weeks ago, his wife was due to have another baby.
Number 2.
So, good luck. Hopefully that's gone well for the Flegler family.
Yeah.
The Flegler family. So Flegs would have to take a little bit of credit for the fantastic run in between wickets.
Knowing Flegs, he'd take all the credit.
Full toss outside off.
It looked like a slow ball. Tried to bowl a slow ball. I think it came out wrong then, Tuesday.
Wide signal by umpire Rick Gower.
Yeah, if that's off the pitch, is that a no ball?
Yes. I'll have to have a look at
it. On the pitch or off the pitch?
Borderline between a wide and a no ball.
Close.
Jobson smashes that to short cover, but for no run. He was a little bit disappointed in himself there. And that completes over number 5 in the power play. And Sunshine Coast Scorchers, none for 39. Alex Nasser to continue to bowl. for the Far North Fusion from the northern end here. Very tall lad. He'd be pushing 6'3", 6'4", coming down from a great height.
Oh, that's actually a beautiful shot.
Snickerama.
He's played for that. He's opened the face.
You reckon?
He has opened the face. My word, he has. That was a very, very good shot.
Okay.
It was. I think it was a late change of decision.
Let's have a look here. Can we see? Actually, yeah, I'll give him that credit. Well done, Gilsey. Oh,
nearly a collision mid-pitch.
Oh, nearly a Mark Waugh, Matthew Elliott incident.
Oh, don't go there. I think he could have been ball watching.
Yes, I think he was. But well placed. Smart cricket from McAllister, who's doing the business here at the moment. Yeah, look, the Sunshine Coast batsman just really game aware at the moment. Really game aware, backing up tremendously well. And as we're giving Sunshine Coast Scorchers a wrap, Bulls Masters mentor for the Scorchers, Benny Lachlan steps into the office.
Very big grin on his face.
Notice Nathan Reardon's not up here, is he?
He is.
Oh, he is. Is he? I stolen his spot, have I? Right.
He's just had to duck in, I think.
No, good start. Looks like a exceptional wicket compared to what we've watched
we've seen
the last couple of days, hasn't it? So hopefully this is a really good game.
A couple took off early, actually.
There was a real... what's the boy's name that opened the bowling from the other ring?
McGinty, yeah.
Wow, he looked
good.
very promising.
Hit the deck hard.
Beautiful little action.
Yep.
Enjoyed him bowling.
Yeah.
Hit out through mid-wicket towards the boundary. They've got a sweeper out there.
Good arm.
Straight over the top of the bails. Taken well by keeper Kobe Johnston.
Couple of chances, but
that was
the finals pressure, I suppose.
Yeah,
is
that's it.
Is what gets to everyone.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's T20 for cricket, isn't it? You got to take your opportunities. Good running.
Or pushing for two, but outstanding fielding there from the Fusions. Number 3, Gareth Thomas. Sounds like a Welsh rugby union player. Gareth Thomas.
I think it wasn't it? Gareth Thomas?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's hit the
bangs that one in.
Oh, misfield.
Beats the backward point.
It's a good effort.
God, you're stiff, aren't you? That's pretty safe. Stay 3.
It was a good effort. It's a good effort.
Good little partnership, though. Boys look real busy, running well. Yeah. This team
they're taking their opportunities, aren't they?
This team has impressed me.
Yeah, that's good.
I was just thinking on the way up here that this is probably the most professional team I could ever be involved with. I think they're just so onto it. Great leadership from Benny and.
We're not going to give Flegs a more.
No, I was thinking I'll probably have to say
Fleg. Is it? We've given him a rap before.
Okay, we've done enough. All right, if we've done enough, we've done enough.
Don't go there, please, Benny.
He's not here.
But he's drilled him into a good little unit, that's for sure. And obviously, we've been winning games, which just breeds confidence. And
they did very well in the Tavs, didn't they? They won. I think
they lost the final.
I think the Gold Coast.
Yeah, had a pretty disappointing final from all reports.
Yeah.
Probably did enough to win that game and then didn't grab the opportunity.
And I'm assuming the majority of these boys would be Tavs. They'd be from that Tavs team, surely.
So
yeah, all bar 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah, okay.
That's the completion of the power play. 6 overs gone, none for 47. Now the Fusion, if they choose to, can put up to 5 fielders outside the fielding circle. At the moment, they have a long on the boundary, and they have a cover sweeper on the boundary.
Deep square.
And a deep square leg.
Yeah, keeping 6 in the ring, which is an interesting ploy, but we probably need to take a wicket here to try and change the momentum of this game.
That's good running again.
Oh, struggle. Gee whiz, well done to keeper Kobe Johnston there. No backing up, got a little bit of an awkward bounce.
So just that piece of play there, that's top shelf cricket, Dad.
Oh,
just
yes.
pushing wide of mid off and taking off for one. Like,
agreed. And it's the awareness. Like, they could sit there and go, no, I want to try and hit a boundary, but they're still rotating the strike, mixing it up.
Fullish delivery and hit straight to cover.
This is Gavin Fitness's favourite cricketer, isn't it? Will Hanlon?
Yes, mate.
Handy little bowler, isn't he?
His son.
Wait, was his son? Yep.
Yes. Or one of his sons.
He's had a pretty good tournament from what I've seen.
He looks quite handy cricketer, Will Hanlon.
Oh, that's a good shot. He pitched it in short, and McAllister's onto it very quickly.
It's big out there, isn't it?
It's a long boundary. Not as long as it has been.
Right.
It's still a long boundary.
The fielders are not going to get anywhere near the same amount of assistance from the breeze today. There's nowhere near the amount of breeze out there that we've had earlier in the carnival. So it is a big, long throw from out there.
Let me tell you, fella, it's a little bit uncomfortable out there. It's warm and it's
Yeah,
humid.
Rito
and
came in puffing.
Yeah,
Creamed up and
it's pretty nice up
sweating
here.
and puffing in the warm-ups.
Shot. Well fielded by the stumps.
Oh, McAllister not happy either. He was
dirty.
Fuming.
Dirty.
He was not happy.
As we all would be
Yes.
after playing such a sensational shot. And getting a dot ball, mind you, Will Hanlon will be silently cheering.
I was just going to say, it's an amazing feeling when you know you've saved 4 and
yes.
Just come back to you nicely.
Hanlon in.
Shot. Well fielded. That was a 50 up too. That last shot, Cheesy in 6 overs. That's going very well.
Great start. I think we were hoping for 45
And
was their
that's
best
6
case sort
over
of thing.
power play.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
hopefully 1 down. So boys have exceeded that. Played some great shots.
Tick that box.
Tick
Well,
that one off.
now you've got wickets in the shed, don't you, in that back half. Like, you don't want these two to throw it away with the start they've got, but it gives the rest of the boys a bit of free rein, doesn't
Absolutely,
it?
yeah.
So many wickets in the shed.
Well, the other thing that the Scorchers have is they know they've got plenty of batting depth.
Yes.
So if they do lose a couple, not that you want to, and I know that losing of wickets can become habitual, but you know you've got guys coming in 6, 7 and 8 and possibly lower that are more than handy with the bat.
Yep.
I think Blaine made a good point of that, though. Although you have that, you still need to take responsibility
Of course
when
you do.
get
Absolutely.
the chance.
It's a top
and
6
not,
job.
Not put it on to someone else.
No,
yeah,
it's
so
the job of the top 6. It's that simple.
that's another nice lesson to learn when you're nice and young.
Wide call by umpire Fredericks. Pick up another couple there. Just saying with Rito before, the Fusion boys just don't seem to have been able to get into a settled start. They've been a little bit all over the shop.
Yep. Just if they hung on to one of those early, it just gets you in the game, doesn't it? And let you
Yes.
get in and have a chat together and
Smashed out towards deep mid-wicket just for the single.
regroup. And now they look like they're in that almost reactive phase.
Correct.
Where you're just waiting for something to happen, which is a part of the game I like watching, because you see who the players are that like to try and stand up and change the momentum from a fielding point of view. So hopefully someone can stand up and change the game for them. Shot.
Long on, flies around, picks up, throws. They were looking for 2.
Well fielded.
McAllister sends Jobson back. Well fielded by the Far North Fusion's number 4, Cale Newcomb. Rovers Cricket Club, Cairns. NASA in again.
Well, that's gone the distance.
Now,
It is.
1
4
bounce and over the boundary. 4
Beautifully
runs.
placed.
Boy, I get excited when they go up like that. I just think that's the chance this kid might have to do something amazing, but just out of his reach,
It was
unfortunately. Couldn't have
pretty
a crack at it.
Pretty well placed in the end from Curtis.
Yeah.
It's definitely the short of the 2 boundaries still, but it's not as short as it has been.
No.
Yesterday and the night before, that would have been 6 very easily.
I don't feel like we've seen too many big ones out here
No.
over the week. The wickets probably made it quite
night-
challenging. I missed the big game
wow.
on Tuesday night. That was a good score, wasn't it?
Tuesday night, that's straight to the field. Oh no, it's gone the other side. Shifted the fielder.
You've got to giggle a little bit there. I was just going to say, that's where Furman was
What?
fielding.
Yeah.
He moved his
After
square,
the
did he?
first shot, he's been pushed around a little bit squarer.
10 metres.
And the next shot has gone straighter
Where he was.
where he was.
It's always funny because we always say these things in the commentary box, don't we? And they either don't change them and no one brings them up, but when the captain actually does it and gets made to look a bit silly.
What's happening there? Curtis is
Yeah, McAllister down on his haunches.
struggling.
Skipper for the Sunshine Coast Scorchers, Benny Baker.
Oh, stop it.
Trying to remember, we did have a team dinner last night. I won't name the venue just in case this is something bad, but
too late.
Trying to remember what.
Rito already mentioned it.
Did he? Right.
Yes. But we won't mention it.
No, that's right.
He was the only one that mentioned
that's
it.
That's right. Correct.
So,
Correct.
If there's a lawsuit,
yep,
and we've got it on tape.
That's right.
Can't remember what he actually ordered. Trying to remember. There was a set of chicken wings that were flying around. I can tell you what, he won't be coming off. He's smacking them.
No, he won't want to come off either.
No.
Knowing the kid,
Yeah.
There's no way he'll want to come off.
Have we got a replay of that? Was it a little mid-pitch vomit or something? Or?
I don't. He was certainly down.
He went down, yeah. Bit of carry on though.
A grade 2 carry on.
Yeah, we'll have to mention that later.
Oh, smart cricket. Hit a couple of boundaries and it's punched one just through wide of mid-on. Long fielder comes in, cleans up.
Little bits like that. Jobson running the first one hard and turning and putting some pressure on. Doing all the right things, the boys, which is good to see.
Jobson, not a small lad either, is he? He's got
No.
a bit of size.
I thought the same thing. He is a big hooer.
Big.
And there's a few big hooers floating around the carnival.
So getting back to the on Tuesday night when you was talking about the Sixers, it was the old mate with the best mullet on tour
from the
hang on.
Nitros.
From the
conjecture here about mullets. Sorry, was it my boy's mullet?
Oh, it was from the Nitro. It was from the Nitros.
Have we got some competition in the
without a
mullet
doubt?
front, have we?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
And he was on.
We are talking Billy Ray Cyrus.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he has absolutely poleaxed one into the top tier of the grandstand. It was a massive hit.
Right.
And wind assisted, admittedly, but it was still a. It
Doesn't
was,
matter.
And he saw it on the replay on the TV. He was loving it. He was loving it. It was a great shot.
Just to bring our viewers up to date, for the last couple of days, we've had a big screen brought into the complex, which is located right beside us here in the Don Talon Rugby League Pavilion, so the spectators in the grandstand can see it, the players can see it. It's used as a scoreboard, but there's plenty of replays happening there, so you'll see plenty of the players turning around and having a little bit of a look at themselves to see how good they're looking for all their fanboys and fangirls out there. And that particular night, that's
was
the first 6 that was hit.
Oh, landed right next to it.
Landed right beside the TV screen. We're just watching it going, miss, and it's actually gone into the new light power box that we've just had installed here at Solder Oval. Change of bowler, leg spinner and skipper. Aiden Beach into the attack from the southern end.
Great start.
Oh, wow. They got there. That was nearly a mix-up too. Do you know...
Really needed a traffic cop out
but
there.
realistically, they've made that very comfortably. They've made it a lot harder than what it should have been. If they took off straight away, it was no issue at all.
Well, we did have a retired policeman umpiring earlier in the week. Mike McClellan.
Good start from Beach.
He was really handy the other night, Benny. He bowled beautifully in the T20 against the Nitros. I think he had like 1 for 18 or 4 overs, turning the ball.
Looks very confident in his run up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of handy wrist spinners around at this carnival.
Nice pace.
It's going to be called a wide by umpire Rick Gower.
So hard for a leg spinner. You know, your line is outside leg stump or leg stump. And if they get it slightly wrong, you know, it's a wide for them. Like it's
especially on the wickets they've played on this week. Like he's probably played on this one, looks like beauty. One out the back that's probably turning a metre.
Yes.
So to figure out where to start your ball.
Correct.
Settle in quickly. Ooh.
That was the whole kitchen sink. That was everything going for that.
He has left a big inviting gap out there at Cow Corner, so good skippering.
Giving himself plenty of
encouraging the
protection
shot to try and bring him into the game.
He's got plenty of protection on the cover boundary. That ball that does turn that way.
It's good cricket. still milking singles off him. They're not going. I mean, they're looking for the boundary, looking for the loose one, but they're getting their singles.
It's amazing how it adds up. Look, it's been a really good over, and we're none for 7 off 5 balls. So
Yeah.
boundary here, and you get yourself really in front of the game.
Yeah, very fine sweep shot. Down to fine leg. They come back for 2.
It's the first sweep, Shizzy, I've seen in 3 days for a spinner. Dead set.
Right.
We were talking about it the other night. Mags was talking about it on the commentary the other night here, saying, haven't seen a good sweep shot played to any of the spin bowlers.
It's not really an Aussie iconic shot, really,
No.
is it? Or not of recent note, anyway.
No.
Except if you're Alex Ross.
Alex
Oh
Ross,
my
yes.
God. Doesn't he hit him well?
He's figured it out, Rossi, that's for sure.
What does
both
Flemmo
sides.
call him? The sweepologist or whatever he was?
He coined that early too, Flem, didn't he?
He did coin that
It's
early.
come really
A sweepologist.
Grown up, batting with a broom.
Oh.
But no, like if you even look at our test players now, I'm trying to think of anyone who's a...
Warner tends to sweep a little bit of the spinning. Like he's not. He's probably
Do
the
you
one
think
that
it's
does
more
it
of
the
a,
most.
A byproduct of T20 that the blokes are getting so good at jumping deep in their crease,
Well, maybe.
or coming down. With the sweep, you're limited to where it's going to go, aren't you? I suppose you've only got your in front of square to just behind square. Sort
It's
of
really
thing.
a get-off strike type of shot.
It is, yeah.
You know, and like because quite often the spinner will have your sweeper out there. It's not like it's a boundary shot.
I'm even trying to think. Like I watch a fair bit of cricket still, and the Test matches in India. Did Joe Root sweep a lot during that Test series? Are you?
No, I didn't see a lot of
It
that.
doesn't come out iconically that he did.
No.
Whereas my memories of dominating in India or trying to dominate in India was Haydos.
Oh yeah, that
sweeping
series
out and
swept
really
everything.
changing the series. But I can't remember anyone going there with that plan.
He purposely developed that shot.
He did.
For that reason, didn't he?
Well, it helps when you're 6'6" and can take a giant stride down the pitch to cover the
Got
spin.
Pretty good hand eye as well, I reckon.
Cover the spin, and he still whacks them hard.
Yeah. He's fairly built.
That's what I mean. He
Yeah,
took
yeah.
a massive stride down there.
That's also pre-DRS days, isn't it?
That's
So
true.
you get that big leg down there, and
If it hits a
keen
pad,
on
no,
giving it,
that's
yeah,
right.
So that might have also changed the
Oh, on the up.
So change of bowler at the northern end here. Miles Howard into the attack for the Fusion, bowling some right arm off breaks. Miles comes from the North Cricket Club up in Cairns. Full delivery, and that's put through the gap there between mid-off and extra cover. 3 fielders converging. Oh, looks good, boys.
Does look good.
I'll
I
pay
think
that
he's
for the
done
effort.
well. I think they've done well.
Well done. Good chase.
Lovely piece of fielding.
One
Great.
short. One short,
One
Cheersy.
short.
Yeah.
And Fredericks on the ball.
No, it came from the square leg umpire.
Oh, okay. I saw the signal from Gordon.
Yeah, it came from the square leg umpire.
Okay.
And he
well
signalled.
fielded. We'll pay that.
It was well fielded. That was an excellent job.
Were you guys?
Shots.
4
That
runs.
is a good shot.
I think this is how switched on our boys are. In the third or fourth over, first ball over, there might have been 3 outside the ring. Did you guys pick that up? In
Oh,
the power
no, we
play?
didn't see that.
we didn't see
No,
that.
there a lot of conjecture from our boys on the boundary.
Oh, really?
So I think there was a deep cover, fine leg, deep square, and they got away with one.
Wow.
And, noticed it and brought him back in. So boys are more switched on than I am, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I didn't see that at all. Mind you, we don't have the. We're
You do miss
restricted
this
with a
corner
little
down
bit
here,
of
don't you? Yeah,
vantage
yep. I'll give
from
you
here.
some credits for that.
But
I'm saying we still wouldn't have picked it up.
no, probably
Gilsey.
not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
So Beach to continue.
McAllister 48. He's raced to 48.
Have we got a ball count there?
I would have said 30 balls at a guess,
Yeah,
maybe
30,
31.
yeah.
I think he's done a pretty good job of it. That's good running.
.48 off 34 deliveries, McAllister.
34.
And Jobson 25 off 27 deliveries. So McAllister striking at 141, and Jobson striking at 92.
That's good
Appeal.
running again. Well done. OTs.
Trouble.
Everyone's looking at everyone else there for the
Might be a
blame
good
game.
time to put Nathan Redden on the mic. To,
Like boys.
Right, Betty. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Ben Lachlan. You going back and join the Scorchers, boys?
game, Benny. Should be going at 10s on this main field.
I like that. A little bit of banter from the mentors.
McAllister still struggling. Down on his haunches again there.
Oh, he is struggling.
Oh, he is
There's a bit
not
of
in a good way,
bit of a
McAllister.
dry reach there.
What's he?
Well, we don't know if it was a dodgy Vindaloo last night or it was whether he's just a bit of sunstroke maybe. Don't know.
It's been a big week. It's been a long week for these guys.
It is, and it is very warm down there
today. Yeah. Yep. He is hurting. Look at him. There it is. There it is.
Oh, he'll be better now.
Not sure we got that one on camera.
Oh, he's
He is struggling.
He is wicketkeeper for the Fusion. Kobe Johnson pops over, gives him a pat on the back.
Dead ball. That's an interesting call.
I think
probably dead something else.
I think he needs to go and get a bit
power,
of shade.
bit of power, or maybe a bit of power, a bit of electrolytes back into him possibly. He's struggling. No, he's still struggling.
He's got a bit of sunstroke, I think.
He's trying to get it out of his system, no doubt.
Just have a look at whilst McAllister is regaining some sort of composure out there around the grounds. Over on field 2, Mackay with Sunday Nitros 1 for 71 versus the Darling Downs Suns. On field 3, Wide Bay Flames 4 for 72 up against the Central Queensland Seamers. And on field 4, South East Queensland Stormers 1 for 57 up against the North Queensland Monsoon. Rito, the sickest you ever were when you were batting, and did that have an effect on making you knuckle down? Or
not self-inflicted, Nathan.
Next question then. I never batted long enough to be sick. No,
where's the hottest place you played?
I can't actually. Sri Lanka.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Sri Lanka, yeah.
Okay.
The hottest place I've been to when I was coaching PNG was Dubai. Oh my god.
Dubai? Really?
Oh.
Just dry?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just dry.
And that's interesting. How do the PNG boys cope with that? Because it's normal humidity
Yeah.
for them. So if you've gone to a dry area, how do they cope?
Yeah, they struggled a bit. But it was, I'm talking 45 to 50 degrees I reckon,
Wow.
on ground. Like it was
wow.
hot.
Okay, we're back on.
Sri Lanka was very hot, but it's quite warm out there. Hence, I'm up in the aircon.
Yes, it's very comfortable where we are.
They've
A
got off to
balmy 24.
Got off to a very good start here.
He's just got to compose himself now again, McAllister. He's on 48. He's looked absolutely fantastic the whole innings. Giving him LB. He stepped across. Jeez, it was a sort of a half-hearted appeal then, Nelly. That's the ball before.
It's a very good. Regardless of whether he's out or not, it's a very good dismissal.
Fantastic inning. It was a good innings, good dismissal. Beaches bowled well. He's bowled very well.
Well,
I actually think they were very well. I know they were very comfortable against our medium paces. So I think just that bit of a change up with spins was important, and I'd actually nearly consider bowling the last 10 overs of spin, just slow the pace up a bit. And
it's not such a silly decision. We saw last night the spinners bowling towards the end of the overs, even in the big bash. You know, it's not such a silly option because it just doesn't have any pace. Batsmen got to generate their own pace. If you've got a trusting bowler that you know is going to hit areas, you can set fields and just make the batsman try and hit over them. So we didn't get a replay of that dismissal, unfortunately.
So the new batsman to the crease for the Sunshine Coast lads, number 2, Jamie Diggles. Oh, sorry. Liam Johnson, sorry. Number 13. My mistake. Liam Johnson at the non-striker's end, as that was the last ball of the over from Beach.
It'll be really important now for Jobson to take the reins up where Curtis has left off. You know, he was going at a really good clip, well over a run of ball. So Jobson's job now is to take the reins and really keep that run rate up, ticking over.
Lovely shot into the covers, but well fielded. Dot ball. Off the bowling of Miles Howard.
From our point of view, like getting Jobson out now would be very key.
Oh,
Just two new batters. And
ooh, he has smoked that
is
straight down towards the sight screen, and 4 runs.
Yeah, you're right. Wickets hold the momentum, doesn't it, Rito? So if you can get the other set batsmen out and 2 new batsmen at the crease, they've got to start again.
Yeah.
That will make a massive difference to holding the run rate for sure.
So both these batsmen playing for Maroochydore.
Oh, okay.
Maroochydore Swans. Well bowled.
Yeah, spinners have done a good job. Something tells me McAllister would be in the showers right about now, trying to get a bit of fluid back in the system.
If he's smart, he's taken a plastic chair into the showers
just to sit in there.
Just sitting in there under the cold water.
That is out. There we go. We just spoke about it, really.
Wow.
That is a set batsman.
Wow.
Very unhappy.
Well, he probably understands the situation of the game, and Bulls Masters mentor Nathan Reardon made the call only a couple of balls earlier, and the Fusion boys have hit back well.
They now have got a pep in their step. Look at them there. It's taken them 10
It's always
overs.
that. Spin in junior cricket is just such a key. If you can bowl 12 overs a good spin in a T20. There's not a lot of young kids out there that play. We spoke about it, I think, day 1 or 2. There's not a lot of young kids out there that play spin well. So
they tend not to use their play from their crease, don't they? They don't like to use their feet at them.
Yep.
But 2 for 91.
2 new batsmen at the crease.
But I think just that gap there with no mid wicket has just encouraged
And the reason
to hit through mid wicket and
why is that gap there, Rito?
To get him to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Hitting against the spin.
Yeah.
You know, you're enticing that bloke to try and hit against the spin, aren't you? And change his game up, hitting him somewhere that he doesn't want to hit.
Yeah, but if you think from a batting point of view in terms of the same result. If you play full face of the bat and hitting the mid on, like mid wicket's really irrelevant.
Yes. Yep.
But like I said, easy. Cricket's easy when you're sitting up here.
Well, but it's good captaincy, isn't it? It's good captaincy to leave that to change things, to make something happen. And the skipper, young Beach, has done a good job.
Jamie Diggles is the new bat for Sunshine Coast.
Oh, that's good running.
In shirt number 2, great running.
I think it's good running, but I think that's poor awareness from the boundary.
He was sort of jogged in, didn't run hard to come attack the ball then, did he?
So this is where, Sunny Coast have dominated the first 12 overs, so this is the next 4 or 5 overs are a great chance for us to actually just really tighten the screws and get back in the game here so that we're not looking at a chase of 180.
Well bowled.
Just confirming, scorers, the 2 wickets that have fallen, have they been off the last ball of each of the last 2 overs? Yeah, okay. Thank you.
If we slow...
I'm so lefty. He's a big, tall lad as well. Isn't he? Diggles, Struth.
Yeah, they're tall, all right.
He's a tall boy, isn't he? It's either that or the wicketkeeper's a tiny jockey.
Yeah, the wicketkeeper is a tiny jockey, but he's a tall kid.
I'm going to sledge Flegs here.
Oh.
When he was coaching this side,
Oh, well bowled.
he would have only been the second tallest in the group. The only guy that would be a little bit shorter than him is Benny Baker.
Well, Benny is small, that's true. You
skipper.
notice any of the team photos that have been on with the Tavs or Scorchers or Flegs has always stood next to Benny. He made the effort to stand next to him. I know that for a fact. I can tell you right now. I've had that conversation with him.
Yeah, Flegs needs to wear heels when he goes out, doesn't he? Yeah, he's bowled pretty well all carnival, Beachy.
He was very good the other night. I said that a couple of times now. He's, as a captain, he's setting good fields.
And he steadied the ship.
Oh, that nearly got through as well.
So from your perspective, Nathan Reardon, into the 13th over, 2 for 95. What would you be hoping your lads can hold the Scorchers to? What sort of score?
Well, I think look, if we can keep them under around 160, that'd be great. But we're going to have to bowl pretty well from here. Only 2 down. But I mean, I'd like to keep them to 140 because anything over 140 in junior cricket's a good chase. So we're going to have to bowl pretty well. But if you're talking a senior game of cricket from this point of view, you'd be looking at 200, wouldn't you?
Well, it's particularly if you got wickets in the shed still, they're only 2 down.
Or close to. So look if we can keep under 160, and we're just going to need one of our top 4 batters to score a 70 or an 80 and have a
couple of blokes bat around him a little bit.
Miles Howard's done a little bit of a good job here at this end. 2 overs, 1 for 14 under the circumstances.
I'd like to see 2 overs, 2 for 16 here.
Well, he's probably going to be more effective to the lefty on face, isn't he? He's turning the ball away from the lefty.
He did say before the game that he only likes bowling at lefties. I'm like, well, you've got to try and bowl at both, I think, mate. I don't think you just...
Good flight.
Tosses that one up. Diggles hits that through. Oh, they've come back for
again.
2.
Well
Outstanding running between wickets. Howard in again. Throws it up, hits it a little bit squarer to mid-wicket, and it's a dot ball, which is just gold at this point of the game. Great running between wickets.
It's a bit of a... Right about now, it's a little bit of an arm wrestle, for the batsman to try and get back on top after the 2 set batsmen are out. Yep. They've still got to try and establish themselves very quickly if they're going to try and keep the run rate flowing. At the same time, Fusion trying to time
it's one
down.
Of those wickets that you come out and
just blaze.
It's easy to score from ball 1.
Agree.
Oh, we're missing a trick there, and I think that's just a bit of... That's probably where I need to be a mentor and not up in the commentary box because he's just the game awareness.
But that's happened 3 times now.
Yeah.
Really, they should be aware.
Yeah, he's come in. The long off fielder has come in now.
Because that's the 3rd time that's happened.
15 metres off the boundary.
And as we've said all along, and talking with you guys up here, these guys have got to learn to think for themselves at some point.
They do, yeah.
And to be aware of that. It's all good and well, as you say, being on deck and telling them this and telling them that, but at some stage, they're the next level cricketers in terms of their age group and whatever. So it's not like they're not self-aware.
And remember a couple from the other end as well. So in the big picture, you look at a 2020 game of cricket, they've probably given away 6 runs, which can be the difference in a lot of games in short form cricket.
And credit to the batsmen, they're taking the fielders on. They're putting the pressure on them as well.
14 overs,
but
2 for 100 for the Sunshine Coast Scorchers lads.
Run outs are like gold in this format.
Yeah, and even now that is a big hit for a young kid down the long on. So he can probably be
come in 10,
5 in there or 10 in.
Especially to the 2 new batsmen. It's not like they've picked up the pace of the wicket yet.
No.
They, they're not blazing them. They're not blazing them to all parts of
I'd
the
like to see another
field.
wicket here, three or four for 100, and
Beach's last over.
I think that's one thing we've got to keep.
That's
thinking
better.
For these
He's in
last
quick
6
there.
overs, not just how can we restrict them to 150. How can we keep getting wickets?
Wickets, yeah. Well, wickets hold momentum, don't they?
I think wickets are what's going to keep them to 140 rather than if we don't take any more wickets from here, they're really looking at that 160, 170.
What will be interesting is what Beach's skipper decides to do to come into bowl at that southern end, because he's done a job, obviously. Needs someone to fight. Oh, that's a lovely back foot cover drive. They'll pick up 2 runs. The long off fielder comes around, hurls it into the bowler's end.
At this stage, you're nearly happy with 5 of the 6 singles and over at the moment. For the next, at least for the next 2 or 3 overs.
Oh, well, I was up around sort of 10 and over there for a bit.
Correct.
So we're pegging them back to 7s.
Yep, that's exactly right. Well bowled.
It's a nice over. Nice spell by Beachy.
Again, same figures here from the other night. 1 for 18. He's done a really good job.
He
had a tough scenario.
Has he got a nickname other than Beachy? Does he? As the boys?
Nah, Towel. Towel.
Stop it.
Are you serious?
You're not. It is. It's Towel.
I knew there was a few options there, but they've gone with Towel, or is that a Nathan Reid?
I just made that up.
Made that up. Yeah.
I don't know. Nah, I think he just gets Beachy. What'd you think though, Towel?
Yeah, I like that. I was thinking ball.
Tacky.
Taking ball.
Ball.
Beach ball.
Echo.
Stop it. Echo Beach. Wow.
Miles Howard into his 4th and final over.
Young blokes wouldn't know who Echo Beach was.
Dude.
Martha and the Muffins. Tosses that one up. It's driven down to long on.
That's not too bad floating it up like that. They've got protection down straight. Only a single.
Well, they set the game up pretty well to launch in those last 4
They
overs
have.
anyway, the Scorchers. And
But you look at both these boys in the frog box. We've got back happening here. They're both scoring at less than a run a ball. So the Fusion have done really well to tie him back down. Oh, geez, he was slow to move then.
Oh, jeez. It nearly takes out Howard's right leg. But it was worth a ping.
it's like the one of my favourite ever bits of cricket footage was when Michael Clark threw the ball and hit Watson going for a run out.
Yes.
Circulated around Facebook quite. Benny's bought me up a coffee.
There was some death stares there
lofted.
too, wasn't there?
Very nice of him.
Over
He's
extra
just,
cover.
Once again, he's just looked after himself. Isn't worried about the
Well,
opposition.
you are the
mentor.
opposition, mate, so
Isn't worried about the opposition mentor, but anyway.
no love lost there.
Oh, come on. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they're going to go with.
Good shot.
Pulled
Straight to
through
the fielder.
square leg.
After the,
Just be the one.
Well, that's it. The 2 spinners are finished, haven't they? This is the last over for Howard, and Beach is finished.
We do have another
Another spinning option.
another part-time option. I wonder whether from that far end to the long boundary, it's nearly worth taking the risk just to try and keep slowing things up.
Surely McGinty will come back. He bowled a great first spell. He was very good.
Well, Seth will definitely bowl. He's got 2 to go, I think. So
He hit the deck hard.
I'd be inclined to bowl him from this end and maybe
to the shorter boundary.
Maybe look at a spin option from the other end.
Yep. Well, we'll soon find out. The helmet's being dispersed of, so
over 16 completed. Sunshine Coast 2 for 110. Run rate has dropped under 7. And as Rito said earlier, it was up to 10s at one stage.
That is the end of the spin, mate. I can tell you now.
Before I pass over to Benny, the positive for the Scorchers is the Sunny Coast team is they're only 2 down, so they've got an opportunity.
Wickets in the shed, mate.
to launch.
All right. Thanks, Rito. Get your coffee now, mate.
Yeah, I'll go buy my own since Benny's not going to buy me a coffee.
So McGinty back into the attack at the northern end.
Do you want to
2
get on
overs,
here
none for
with him?
6. Bowled
Sure.
well in his first spell.
Righto.
Johnson 12 off 13. Diggles the batsman on strike 7 off 11.
Edge. Edge and 4.
And is that an edge?
That is an edge. The
That
way
is
to
an
keep
edge,
us moved.
and that's gone for 4 runs. Not how McGinty would like to have started his second spell.
Well, you can't set fields to that,
No,
bud, can you?
exactly.
Like,
He's deserved more than that, McGinty.
Good
He's
ball.
gone really well.
Good ball. Genuine sneak.
Exactly how Benny Lockwood
I did go and have a word. Just a bit more Larry Dooley, please, fellas, for the last 4.
What's that? They always say it's the best shot. That or the French cut, best shot in one T20. Yeah, T20 cricket, quickest way to the boundary.
I can nick, fellas, that is for sure.
Oh, can't we all?
Yeah. Or the full banger.
And getting around, and
Out.
Point has come around. It looks like, is it 8 or 9 that's taken that catch? Number 9 for the Fusion.
And there's
Miles
there's
Howard.
the cricket gods, isn't it?
Underrated
Good
delivery.
ball, Nick. Full,
That's it.
Full toss, wicket.
Underrated,
we'll
mate.
call it square.
Underrated the full banger.
And that's why you take the wicket on the full toss. You're
Yeah,
happy.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely
You've
happy
earned
with
it.
that.
Yeah. Spinners have bowled well, haven't they? Really clawed them back into
They-
the game. And
They were very good in tandem.
Yeah.
Very good. I think I just 2 for 37 of 8 overs in that
looked
patch.
harder once the pace was off the ball.
Yeah,
but
that's
much
right.
harder to score. So
Can we ask, how is Curtis McAllister?
Oh, yes.
he's all right. Apparently, it's the chicken wings. There's a
Oh,
few not
stop
feeling
it.
that well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the boys, they're not flying down there. But I
wow.
don't think he's horrendous. I don't think it's a off the hospital job or anything like that. But,
Okay, righto.
He's all right. But yeah,
So he keep?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was grade 2 carry on was probably correct. I think.
Although there was
Oh,
a bit of
he's tried to
Technicolor
play it up
Dreamcoat
to-
coming out there at one stage.
He tried to play it up to grade 3 or 4, but
Yeah.
grade 2 is where it sits.
Our medico here, Maria, she probably has confirmed it's only the grade 2, not the grade 3 or
Right.
grade 4.
She's
Very
concurred.
experienced sports trainer and registered nurse. McGinty in.
That's a lovely shot. He's hit
Out
that
to
very
long
well.
off.
Well fielded.
Was well fielded.
That's something that they've just struggled with a little bit, the Fusion boys, not attacking the ball, coming in off the boundary, and also in saying that, they
McGinty-
probably need to be in off the boundary a
Yeah.
little bit, particularly on the bigger side of the field, the larger side of the field.
Here's my boy, one of the Mullet brothers,
Oh, really?
Jared Jackson, who's had a cracking tournament with the ball. Hasn't had many opportunities with the bat, so looking forward to this.
Well, he's
Well
nearly,
bowled.
he's nearly got a free reign, hasn't he?
Oh, good
and they've
game
taken
awareness.
the OT. Oh, hang on. The bail's off. Is it?
Just the one bail's come off.
And
Not out. He got back. Whoa. This could be
Okay.
interesting because I
no
thought he
real
was...
appeal.
I
no
thought he
real
was out too.
Here we go.
No real
There was
chat.
an appeal from the skipper Beach.
Yeah, Beach. He's hit him.
This could be telling.
It's well fielded.
Oh,
he's not even in the...
Oh, bail's still not off. Bail's still not off. It's falling now.
Oh, wow. He's nicked him.
Ooh.
Oh, you're joking.
Is that a major decision? Was that out of the groove, or
I don't know.
I feel like it probably was out?
He's obviously only just nicked the stumps.
Tell you what, this is why I tell players you've got to do the carry on.
Yeah.
You've got to sell it. There wasn't really a massive appeal there, but
Well, I'm not sure.
you might have been unaware that he actually hit it.
I'm
until you
not
look
sure
back.
the umpire even saw the bail come off.
It was quite a delayed appeal, delayed reaction from the skipper Beach.
It was almost not until the overthrow was run that he noticed it was off,
Yes.
isn't it? So,
Well, I think it was... Yeah, well, as you could see in the replay, it's only just tickled off, hasn't it?
yeah.
Are you going to see that again? Yeah, I'm interested in
Probably
this.
a little bit hard. Oh, there's the front
I was
crease.
going
It's
to say,
a little
where's-
bit
is
hard.
that the line there?
That's us
Yes,
there,
it's the line there. Keep your
definitely
finger
hit him
there. Keep
before
your
he's
finger
hit
there on
the,
our screen.
Wait for the bail. Where's the bail? Where's the
It's
bail?
off. It started dislodged
Now.
now.
That's out.
Now, yeah.
That is out.
Yeah, look, I'm okay with that. From
But that is a tough
umpire's
decision. That
point
is
of
a
view.
tough decision.
Oh, he did turn around straight away. Yeah. Can't say umpire didn't seem to be in our shot there at all.
No.
But,
I don't think I've ever seen that where the ball was well and truly going for overthrows and the bail's tickled off late.
So that completes the over. 17 gone, 3 for 117.
It was a good over, but McGinty, very well bowled.
Zanetic back into the attack. He's only bowled the one over. He had a little bit of a nervous start.
Always tough with 2 out, isn't it, in those power plays?
Yes.
Glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh, that's up. Who wants that?
It's the skipper.
That's a good catch.
Beach.
Very comfortable.
He just owned that catch then, didn't he?
He made great yards. Went straight back in position.
You could tell he was catching that.
Yep.
Halfway through.
Yep.
Great position. Moved easily.
He did. He went really quickly back to that.
So Johnson, the set batsman.
Liam
Johnson
early.
from Maroochydore. He is Oliowski's. And the new batsman to the crease, it looks like 6.
Be Talon
so it is the mullet mates are in together. Well, stay tuned, viewers.
Mothers running across the ground if some fireworks happen here. I don't know if the shirts have arrived yet.
But they are on sale at Bundy Bogan.
Taking pre-orders already.
No, good catch from Beach, and that wicket for Zanetic, that will settle the nerves and make him a lot happier after his first over went for a few. Nice shot, but straight to the fielder. Dot ball.
Another lesson to learn, I suppose, coming out when you feel like you're in these really good situations as a batting group, and how to... I think you set the bar at every ball should go for 4 and you should strike at 400, but if you can peel it back to saying striking at 150, it's a really good result, and that's only run a ball with a boundary every 5. You can sort of take the pressure off yourself a little bit, but as all of us tend to do, we try to start with 4s and 6s and work backwards. What a fight back though.
It is a good fight back. Wickets stem the runs, don't they? It's age-old saying, you take wickets, it slows the run rate down, and they've done a great job.
Back down to 6.7, 6.6 run rate now. So this is where I'd like to see Benny Baker come out a bit earlier, just so you've got someone that manipulates, runs hard, does all those things, and lets power go from the other end. When you can just to keep it ticking over.
That was a lovely drive on the up. Fielders in much quicker there. I think they've learnt their lesson.
Got their depth right out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
They gave away a few early. We were talking about they were just too slow off the boundary, but he's a good 5 to 10 metres in off the boundary now. So
it's very difficult to have both batsmen going hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think about the times where Lynn's opened with Maxi Bryant, and whilst Lynn obviously usually dominates, there's been the odd time where Maxi Bryant has dominated, and that tends to come with the amount of strike he's getting, and then Lynn's not getting the same amount of strike, therefore finding it difficult to keep pace as such.
Yeah.
And that's at all levels of cricket.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I think, personally, I probably think Lenny needs to be with a bloke that just gets him on strike. I think that he'd probably go a little bit too many all legs in to the opening. And especially the Kookaburra ball has changed a little bit last year. A little bit bigger seam, extra coat of lacquer on, and just swung a bit more and seamed a bit more. And then we also had the reduction in the first power play from 6 down to 4 overs.
4 overs,
so
yeah.
You couldn't really take your time and cash in the 5th and 6th overs, so really put some pressure on, probably more so Max Bryant's game, to get going earlier against the ball doing more in the air.
McGinty starting his 4th and final over, 1 for 13. He's done quite a reasonable, not a reasonable job, a very good job.
Yeah, he has.
Very good job from the southern end there for the Fusion boys.
Well run that.
2 overs left, 140. Be a good target, Benny?
Yep. I think we'll be a bit disappointed, but yeah, 140 would be a good target.
Yeah, you were looking down the barrel of 180 early, weren't you?
160, yeah, sort of think so.
160 to 180 early. They'll push hard for 2 here, I'd say.
Reichert punches that through mid-on. Long on comes in. Keeps it to 1.
Yeah, with 2 new batsmen now, you would think it's going to be very difficult for them to hit the fences. So I'd be interested to see whether the outfielders adapt by just coming in, 5 or 10 metres to stop the 2s.
Yep.
McGinty in. Bowls.
Well, bowled. That's okay. You would take ones every ball.
Absolutely.
As a fielding team from here.
Well run, though.
Was well run. You're looking at singles every ball from here is only an extra 10 runs. And I think the Fusion would be extremely happy to restricting the team under 140.
After their start.
My word, yeah.
Such a positive start.
Well bowled.
Oh. Sent back. Reichardt sends Jackson back.
I think
Great skills, McGinty.
The really important thing here for the Fusion in the field is not to be silly. Like, for instance, looking for a silly run out when it's just not on.
Yeah.
Then you're giving the overthrows then or whatever else. You've really got to, rein it in.
That's such a hard skill to learn.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you're buzzing. Like I'm sure my boys.
Oh, misfield. Oh, it's still wrong
Trouble,
end.
trouble.
They'll get one now. Exactly. No, they won't.
No more trouble.
Wow.
We've hit the deck.
Out. Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Stop it. That'll take at least 4 replays to get all that in.
What happened there?
Wow.
What are we talking about?
Oh, dear
They have run 3 and got none.
No. And lost the wicket.
Saying that the panic set him up there, hasn't it?
Well, the batsman ended up panicking more than the fielding team did in the end.
A calamity of errors.
They tried to cross twice.
It was panicking from the fielding team, then panicking from the batting team.
Yep.
Wow.
Watch a lot of cricket and you think you've seen everything, don't you? But then something else just pops up. Just to remind you.
But that's T20 cricket in a nutshell,
crazy,
right
yeah.
there. That is T20 cricket in a nutshell.
Yeah. This is the bass, Molten Bass. Fisher at the crease. Couple of Glasshouse boys.
Number 11, Kurt Bass.
I was
At the
still
striker's
trying
end.
to exactly take in what happened in that one ball.
Dot, wasn't it? Run out dot. I think that's what we got to in the end. Well bowled McGinty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well bowled.
Great spell, McGinty.
That is a very good spell.
4 overs, 1 for 16. McGinty outstanding from the southern end. And that was over number 19 has now been completed.
You could nearly use that passage of play as a video clip to show teams, to show young teams.
Well, we were just talking about panic, weren't we? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Big last over.
Brody Zanetich, Mulgrave, representing the Mulgrave Cricket Club.
Got to find the fence at least twice here.
And that's not finding the fence.
No, well bowled. And Zanetich has got to do. If they miss, he's got to hit. It's that simple. He can't, can't give them any width. He must hit the stumps.
Hasn't he come back well in his second spell?
Yeah, he went for 15 off the first over. He bowled.
Yes.
He has come back very well. Good captaincy from Beach. Didn't persist with him to have another crack.
Yep.
Took him off straight away.
Yeah.
Said, you'll get your chance coming at the back end, mate.
You just got to do that in T20 cricket. There's no, I'll give you another
Yeah,
over just to see if you can. No, you got to drag them.
Yep.
It seems harsh, but you got to do it.
Well, I mean, it's worked perfectly because the spinning options have made the difference.
Put the brakes on.
Exactly right.
Game, yeah. Well bowled this. I'm a bit of a fan of this in.
That bail's only just tickled off as well.
Yeah, but the bail height length at the end, just bashing into the wicket, because I feel when you go full, the bat plane stays nice and straight.
Yes.
And they can dig them out pretty well and get 1s and 2s, but
It looked like a slow ball.
lofted
Is he gonna get there?
and
No.
will fall short of the fielder.
Oh, that's
They're coming
yeah,
back
that
for
is
two,
good arm.
and that's a great arm.
That is a great arm.
Great throw.
He knew exactly what he was doing then.
That was a beautiful throw.
Keeper did not move.
Had to go, but wow.
That was
That's what I
just-
love.
that
When
was
the pressure's
clinical,
on
yeah.
and you execute under pressure.
Keeper's taken in front of the bails too.
Kobe had half an hour to take those
He
off.
did.
What a throw.
English style,
Yes,
Pommy style.
in front of the bails.
He's done that the last two, actually. I think he's recognised that he's just got to catch the ball. He's got plenty of time, and he's executed beautifully.
Well done, Kobe
who
Johnston.
Who was that fielder?
The number
He had that. He had
as the
that
fielder
under control the whole way.
Yeah, Miles Howard. He's quite good in the field. Miles
Oh.
Howard. Generally, he took
Is
the
he-
catch earlier on.
Dropped it. Was that him that dropped the outfield catch early?
I can't remember who dropped that catch.
No, is that... My eyes are no good. Who's jogging out there? Is that 9 on that side, or is that an 8?
It might be an 8.
It's an 8.
There.
Okay, we've got the right guy
Because
there.
if he has made up for that drop catch earlier, it was a fantastic piece of fielding. It was just, he had it stitched up the whole way. He knew exactly where he was going, what he was doing.
Well done. Skipper comes in.
B. Baker.
Smart
Straight on
cricket.
to...
He was running before he even hit the ball.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
I think he called yes before the bowler delivered the ball.
He was on the go no matter what.
Well, this is a fantastic comeback from the Far North Fusion.
That's a miss.
Pulled.
I don't think they were on 2 here for some reason.
Didn't get all of it.
Now they will. That's good running.
Oh, they're going to have a shot at the striker's end. Good backing up down there.
That's the little learnings that we need to take
Correct.
out. So he did the hard work. He's got to the ball fast and stopped the second, and then you need to realise that your throw is...
He pinged it in.
Yeah.
He pinged it in
You gotta take
1,000
time off
miles
your
an
throw, make
hour.
it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we spoke about that a bit earlier. There was a little bit of panic. He didn't have to ping it in.
Yeah, you've done the hard work, and then you cost yourself. So
The number...
Bold.
I think the run out was the number 6.
Well run, Benny Baker.
Yeah.
The run out was number 6, Furman.
Number 6, was
Yeah.
it?
Right.
Yeah, he's the one with the bullet-like arm.
He's done a great job.
So well done to Alex Furman.
Benny Baker.
Oh, that
Getting a good head start.
Pulled
head
into
start.
the gap.
He's had half a pitch head start. He wants to come back for 3.
Oh, well.
Good arm.
Again.
That's him again, Furman.
It's a beautiful throw.
That's a good arm.
What a fight back.
It's a great 5-pack. 131. When they were looking down the barrel. Thanks, Benny. Go and talk to the boys. Thanks, mate. Yep.
Cheers, Benny. Enjoy. Okay. Well, after a very, very frantic start from the Scorchers gentlemen with a fantastic opening partnership, the Fusion have hauled themselves back into this match. They've done a tremendous well, and it's probably come off the back of the spinners. Opening partnership was 85.
Wow.
Between McAllister and Jobson.
And that was in 10 overs, Shizzy. That was in quick time.
McAllister ended up top scorer with 48 off 39. Jobson 32 off 34. Johnson 14 off 17. And Diggles 11 off 13. All the rest of the batters single digits. From a bowling perspective, McGinty 4 overs, 1 for 16. Beach 4 overs, 1 for 18. Bowling his leg spinners, and Howard bowling his off breaks, 4 overs, 1 for 25. You'd have to say the two spinners
Did a great job.
Did a great job there in their 8 overs. Really put the brakes on the scoring on the Sunshine Coast Scorchers team. And that's put the Fusion in with a really, really great chance of chasing down 132 runs
for victory.
Gilsey,
for victory, correct. Look, and on the back of that, Shizzy, I would say that Fusion have probably got the momentum going out to bat. They, I would have said 50-50 at this point of the game, but with the momentum and the Fusion, they'll have their tails up, mate, well and truly. So it could be a really good run chase, in 10 or 15 minutes' time.
And just before we do go to our break, for 10 minutes, a quick around the ground. Salter Oval number 2. Mackay with Sunday's Nitros 9 for 123 up against the Darling Downs Suns. On field number 3, Wide Bay Flames 8 for 133 up against the Central Queensland Seamers. And on field number 4, the South East Queensland Stormers 7 for 116 up against the North Queensland Monsoon. We should be back here in approximately 10 minutes' time, which will be around that 9:30 mark. We'll see you then, viewers. Bye for now.
Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick and the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from far north Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe?
You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers. So make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe, and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Hey Horry and Mocker, can we have some tips?
Mocker, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Good, good. Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.
Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick and the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from far north Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe?
You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers. So make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocker, can we have some tips?
Mocker, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. If you get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Good, good. Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.
Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick and the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from far north Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe? You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers, so make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocker, can we have some tips?
Mocker, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana. Good.
Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.
Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick and the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from far north Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe? You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers, so make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online, and it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Yes, mate. And welcome back, everybody, to Salter Oval, Field 1 for the second half of our grand final of the Bulls Masters Under-16 Youth Cup Country Challenge. And you've timed it perfectly. Ball 1 just been bowled by the Sunshine Coast opening bowler, Josh Christensen. Opening batters...
Who's the one to look out for here, Benny? Who's your go-to?
Oh, Jared Jackson's the man that's getting all the wickets, but Christensen's bowled really well. He's actually got some really troubling shin splints at the moment, so he'll hobble around. He'll probably bowl his opening spell and go and sit down. So he's a bit of a pain, but he's been really consistent, doing a really good job with us at the start.
That's the Michael Kasowitz there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Bowl your 10 and go off.
But he's bowled well. All the boys have bowled well, to be honest. Talon Reichardt's bowled really well.
Sunshine Coast ended up with 131 runs off their 20 overs. Oh, squirted behind square, dot ball. Benny Lachlan, boys probably a little bit disappointed with that total after the great start, the great opening partnership.
Yeah, absolutely. But it did look like it got very tough to score as that ball got older and when the spinners came on. So we'll take some heart out of that. But I think I was up here for the last 5 of our batting overs, but I think there was a bit of panic down there, a bit of excitement. So hopefully a lesson learnt there of just how to try and keep calm when the pressure's on. But no, it should be a good game. Natty, the boys are obviously happy with the fight back.
Yeah, very happy. I think they thought they were looking at 200 there for a minute, but no, our spinners bowled well. But like you said, I think this first 8 overs is pretty crucial. I think we need to be sort of ahead of the game a little bit, because once their spinners come on, I think it's going to be pretty tricky. And my big message to the boys was just, if you get in, just stay in and go big, because that's going to be someone getting to 60 is going to be the difference, I think. 60 or 70.
The opening bats for the Far North Fusion, Gareth Thomas and Miles Howard. Miles Howard currently on strike. He's still yet to get off the mark.
Who should we look out for, Natty? Who's the danger in the lineup for us?
Well, Miles hasn't opened yet. I think he's come in to maybe just try and... Oh, the boys is a bit crook. So he's come in to try and...
There's a bit of that floating around, isn't there, in the pre-final dinner that we had?
Nice run
so
between
I think
wickets.
Miles come out to sort of maybe get the game moving forward, but Gareth's been solid. He might need to just up his scoring a little bit, but Furman's probably been our pick throughout the tournament, batting wise.
What number's he?
He's batting 3.
Batting 3.
Is it Furman or Herman? Furman.
Furman.
Just make sure I got that right. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Aidan Furman, he's batted really well. So.
And fielded well. Whitish delivery, hit straight to the cover fielder, but the yes call was straight away. They pick up a single.
But I think one of the positives, and I think it's a bit of a country cricket thing, though, we sort of bat pretty deep. Most blokes can hold the willow pretty well, and
good start, Christensen.
Over 1 completed, none for 3 off Christensen's first over. Thomas 2 off 2, Howard 1 off 4. And Talon Reichert, one of the mullet mates, takes the new ball at the southern end. Salter Oval.
Here's my boy, my Noosa boy, one of my favourites, Talon. Done a bit of work with Talon, Natty.
yeah, I was very impressed with him. At Noosa, young kid, steams in.
I actually thought Talon was 17, 18 when I first met him. Just the build and the pace he was bowling at, and then to find out he was 15 was a bit of a shock.
He's got that Merv Hughes, Daniel Worrell type run-in. Is a little bit curved, a little bit from
You don't see that
closer
too
to
often.
mid-off.
I call him his Rimo. He's got a young Rimo, little curve and little jump there. Probably a similar haircut to Rimo back in the day as well.
Yeah, I reckon.
Graham Dilly, English Test
Nah,
fast
it's all right.
bowler.
You're getting too deep now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, boys.
Dilly.
Wait for Fatty to get back up here.
You got to remember we weren't alive in the 40s, mate.
And I will say, Graham Dilly had a nice blonde mullet.
Did he?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Graham Dilly, Jesus, now you're testing me. Never even heard of him.
Nope. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in a Test match,
Heard
I'm
of a
pretty
crab.
sure in a Test match,
Heard
it
of a
was
crab Dilly, but
Dennis Lilly caught Peter Willie, bowled Graham Willie. Graham Dilly. Yeah.
isn't that a bit silly? Oh, look at him go. That is
Run
a
out
good
chance.
That is a dad joke if I've ever heard.
Pretty happy with yourself there, aren't you, Natty?
I'm the king of the dad joke. Let's be honest. Anyway, back to.
Yeah, we digress.
Good stuff from Talon.
He has bowled well to begin with.
Back to the main event. Oh, that's
Leg side beats the keeper. Fine leg racing around, but the ball beats them across the bound. Oh, leg buys. leg buys. Umpire Rick Gower had a little bit of trouble there balancing on one leg for a moment to signal his leg buys, but no injuries, no call for the medic, and he's back behind the stumps where he should be.
Was it Brothers till stumps last night?
Yeah, a couple of umpires floating around at Brothers last night too, weren't there? Or, sorry, a venue that I'm not going to name last night.
Yes, that would have been a couple of the Waibull, a couple of the Maryborough-based umpires. They would have gone out for a quiet feed along with a young Dudley Graham, one of the local umpires, who's a very social man, let's say.
He must have got out of the ground pretty quick, because I think he was there 15 minutes after the last fixture finished. Dudley.
Well bowled.
Nice
Outside
length.
off.
Skipper looked pretty impressive, Natty. Beach, the leg spinner.
Yeah, he bowled really well.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty good carnival.
So he fielded pretty well too?
Yep. He plays a bit.
Yes. Yep.
He plays first grade cricket up in the Cairns comp.
Very
Lovely.
yeah.
Good for a young fella to be playing with the.
Yeah, looked good enough pace on his leggies, which was good to see.
Shot.
Well fielded.
Jesus, that's a good bit of keeping.
How good was that little bit
Easy
of
as you
keeping
like.
from... now, McAllister is keeping.
He is. He's a bit wounded, the young fella.
Iron Man.
Is it a heat stroke thing, or is it a dodgy
they're
Vindaloo?
Yeah, they're blaming the Vindaloo last night, so we'll have to hopefully he can truck on.
Bit of Bundy belly.
Bundy belly as opposed to Delhi belly. 3 runs off that over from Reichert, not including the leg buys. 2 overs down in the Fusions innings, none for 10.
I think
and Christensen to continue.
To defend 130, I think Sunny Coast is going to have to be pretty disciplined with their bowling and limit those extras. I think that's something we've seen across the whole carnival, is a lot of extras coming out of the bowling attacks. Shot.
Nice late cut down towards the third man boundary, and that races away for 4 runs. Lovely shot, Miles Howard, as Nathan Reardon gets the whip out. In the home straight already, he believes.
Miles was telling us a story of, I think it was the first game, the wicketkeeper, he come out to bat and the wicketkeeper asked how he scores or what he does, and Miles said, I bat, bowl and wicketkeeper, he reckoned. I'm your worst nightmare is what he told the keeper, and he got out 2 balls later. So might have been a sledge that might have backfired on him.
Good comeback ball from Christensen there, just a dot ball after being hit for a boundary. Out to third man.
I haven't checked the other grounds, Jace. Anything going on exciting at the back?
We did give a quick around the grounds just before.
Sorry.
Oh, is there other games going on, is there? I thought it was just the GF.
Oh, well.
Nice
Mackay
line.
with Sunday Nitros 9 for 123 on field 2 against the Darling Downs Suns. Wide Bay Flames 8 for 133. Might be in a little bit of bother against the Seamers, who are already none for 51.
Oh, that's trouble.
And this could be an interesting game. Over on field 4, the Battle of the Wooden Spooners.
Who's that?
South East Queensland Stormers 7 for 116 up against the North Queensland Monsoons 2 for 4.
2 for 4, there you go. Always features in the Wooden Spoon final, Creevy. He's been quite consistent. Yep. He's always a bit of a favourite for the Wooden Spoon final. This is my first GF in the Youth Cup.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same for mine too, yeah.
Ooh, flushes outside
Jimmy,
off stump.
Jimmy Marr on holiday, so he's kindly handed over
That's right.
not the monsoons, the fusion.
She's having a bit of a think. I don't know if I lost the game this year. In any... Any?
Did he give you any instructions?
Jimmy? No.
Okay. You reckon you hold your spot, or Jimmy comes straight back?
Jimmy usually just tells you if you don't do well, just to have a good look around because you won't be coming back. So,
any contact from our fearless leader this week, Natty? Is he?
No, I think he's got the rash vest on at the beach.
Is he right?
The local councils have kindly asked that Jimmy wears a rashy everywhere he goes at the beach. So
3 overs completed in the Fusion's innings and none for 14.
Early spin.
Bowling change. Straight up.
I think it's a good move.
You'd probably say Aiden Beach coming into the attack turned the innings around.
Very and a pretty crafty little off spinner.
So Baker's taken a leaf out of Aiden Beach's copybook and has turned to spin a lot earlier than what the Fusion have done. Baker's brought himself into the attack. He'll be bowling
long off and deep cow, I would call it, at the 2 men out.
Right arm off spinners coming around the wicket. Only 2 fielders allowed out in this power play. Oh, run out chance at the non-striker's end. And one run.
I think he'll bowl that. I think he'll bowl that length quite a bit, actually, just into the wicket. And I think our batsmen have got to be pretty proactive here. If he does go a little bit forward, to actually challenge him and hit him back over his head with that long on up. So it's a nice length. Well played though.
Work behind square. A little bit of a chase for the fielder there. Batsman will pick up 2 runs. Fielder not looking after his wounded wicketkeeper there, not throwing it right over the bails for McAllister. That will be noted, I'm sure.
Try and get one more into the leg side there, Natty, would you, with this line?
Yeah, around the wicket, bowling that line. I think he needs a 45.
Yeah. Ooh.
Baker in. Bangs that one in short. And it's down towards fine leg again. And there could be a change in the field after this delivery.
I think he's just signalled that he wants another man there.
He's taking out his extra cover.
Well, if he's going to bowl the stumps, there's no need for. I don't think he needs the 5. You don't see on the offside. You don't see too many kids reverse sweeping these days. So
you coach that one, Natty?
Oh, I try not to.
We were actually talking before that we haven't seen many sweeps, to be honest.
No.
Any traditional sweeps?
Yeah.
Big appeal, and umpire Rick Gower raises the finger.
I'm just going to throw it out there that has not pitched in line with the stumps.
So it's turned a lot, or it's possibly pitched outside that one.
I'm sure we'll get a replay, but Miles Howard is on his way back to the dressing room.
All good from up here, but I am not convinced that is a good decision.
Been a bit of conjecture about the pitching outside leg rule in a few LBs this week.
Oh.
A little bit hard to tell from that angle.
To be fair, it's a pretty ordinary rule to pitch outside leg.
Here we go.
This is the one. Slows it down.
Beautiful umpiring.
Well, I'm going to stand corrected. I think that's out.
Yes.
Yep. Let's hit leg.
That is missing off and leg and probably striking middle. Yep.
Well bowled, Benny Baker. We'll take it all back. Bit more turn, I thought, there from Baker.
Good decision from Rick Gower.
Yep, I'd take that back, Rick. That's a good decision. Sorry for sledging you.
Probably explains why everyone found it quite hard to score against the spin in the first innings with it's a fair bit of turn that from the young fella.
Baker probably just needs to be aware of his follow-through there, though. He's coming right across in front of the umpire there, bowling around the wicket.
Certainly not a height issue.
No height issue there at all.
I can't imagine Bakes is going to get too many jumping and cause height issues for LBW decisions.
Here's your man, Natty.
Aidan Furman, new batter on strike.
Played spin quite well.
Down.
Turns that around the corner. Short, fine leg. The man at 45 chases, but they still get 2 runs. Furman off the strike with his first delivery faced. So over number one. Sorry, over number one. Over number 4 has been completed. 1 for 21 in the first over of Ben Baker's innings. Bowling spell, I should say. 1 for 7. Change of bowler.
Is this Talon
at the
again?
northern end?
No,
this is going to be the other mullet, mate.
Just another mullet.
Jared Jackson.
Jared Jackson, who's been hot, would be a
he's
fair description. He has had poles everywhere.
Getting all the wickets.
Just bashes the wicket nice and hard, and it's been getting the rewards.
Fine leg and third man. I do like the tactic of no slip. They've assessed early that there's probably not going to get a lot caught at first or second slip, so they'll ring it up.
Jackson in, bangs it in, down the leg side, and called wide by Gordon Fredericks. So Jackson's got quite a fine third man on the offside. Point, cover point, cover, mid-off, and on the leg side, mid-on, mid-wicket, square leg, and he's got a bit of protection out here in front of the main grandstand at deep mid-wicket as well.
And what's your theory with the mullet coming back into fashion recently? Is it see it in a lot of young 15-year-olds? Is that what the young ladies are wanting, or?
Oh. Surely not, Natty, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so. I thought short back and sides would be where it's at, but they love it. Apparently, it's coming from the scorers. Well, the boys would know. They're in the mix.
I feel like the fashion these days, and even in the last 5 years, like the worse you dress seems to be more fashionable.
My wife always likes to tell me that the Crocs certainly aren't in fashion. So.
You are a fan of the Crocs, Rito, aren't you?
They're a versatile shoe.
Good skippering this from young Benny Baker. He's got 2 going down leg and now putting the fine leg in to hopefully limit any damage.
Brought the mid-wicket sweeper up into the circle, over to square leg, and square legs drop down to fine leg.
On cue.
One run. I'm telling you, if you get some video footage, Simon Gills of Graham Dilley coming into bowl, it is dead set Jared Jackson. Oh, comes down the wicket. Jackson bangs that in. Saw him coming. And defensive shot to the leg side, no run.
Bit of proactive batting there, wasn't there? Has he done that a bit, Natty? Come down the wicket early, or?
Yeah, he does like to take the game on, which I like.
Ooh.
Nipping in a bit. This is a nice length, though.
Banging it into the wicket, getting up off a little bit of a length. It was a wise move by the ground staff to utilise this particular wicket today.
I think we got every inch out of the other one, didn't we? We We pushed it to its limits and it survived just.
Yes, wholeheartedly agree with you there, Ben Lachlan.
A bit of chat about Brothers Sports Club earlier, and someone has commented saying that Gilsey knows the Brothers Club better than most.
Fish tank, mate.
What else we got, Natty? Anything on the text line?
Yes.
Nothing on the text line. It's
now, is that come off the pad? It was an appeal. It was an appeal from the bowler, and yes, leg byes.
Just a tiny bit leg side from Jackson to start today, which he hasn't done for the rest of the tournament.
Just so it's Jackson's first over, none for 2, and 5 overs gone, 1 for 25 for the Far North Queensland Fusion.
What are you thinking? Even at the moment? Maybe. We did get a cracking start against that new ball, and the boys really drained it back. So,
well, different approach here, isn't it? A lot more patience being shown by the
Natty,
opening bats.
what's that rate out at the moment, Natty?
We'll have to get a calculator out for that, Ben.
I'm hearing 7.1 from the scorers.
7.1, there you go.
That's probably what you were going to say.
That's why we sit up here right next to the scorers. They know what's happening.
Talon Reichert continuing from the southern end. Ooh, the shoulder of the bat through the gully region,
hitting the splice.
Well bowled.
Well, it just got come in that Pat Cummins has had dinner at a restaurant where there's been a positive COVID case.
Oh.
Australia's Ashes plans in chaos with Cummins unlikely after COVID scare.
Wow.
What's he doing going out for dinner, Paddy?
Nice shot.
So Nessa will be a chance, and Steve Smith could find himself with the big C beside his name.
I wonder what the close contact is. We could be missing more.
Is this planned so that we can get Smith back as captain?
I wonder what happens there. So if Paddy would test positive, I'm assuming he's been
breaking
to training.
news, Nathan Reardon.
He's already had WikiLeaks.
Nathan Crash Reardon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shot.
Oh.
That's a good hand, that.
Scoop.
That's my scoop.
What was the restaurant, Natty? Brothers.
Yeah,
Brothers, yeah. Yeah, Paddy's flowing up. Well, I think if it is true and he doesn't play, it's obvious. I think he's our best player, so that's a big loss. But
our boys getting a game.
I'd be pretty excited to see Michael Nessa play a test.
Oh, absolutely.
Then he outbowls Jai Richardson and bring him in for the rest of the
50
series.
tests later.
And after.
Well bowled, Reichert.
And I did used to own a boat with Michael Nessa, so after the 5th test, if he played them all, I'd probably give him a call and let him know it might be time to buy another one together.
A little bit different share percentage on this one?
Yeah, 95% will be with my shares. I'll buy the sinkers, he buys the boat, I reckon.
Wow, that could be massive.
Yeah.
Can we imagine if he's positive and close contact, do we have to find a B team? Is that...
Do we have to find A?
If he's been to training and...
Oh, sensational effort at mid-wicket. But it gets through. Another sensational out at
shot
deep mid-wicket from the long-on fielder, but it goes for 4 runs.
Young Bass had a big dive left.
Lovely shot from Furman.
It has.
Ooh.
This could be fake news. It's just, it's just no. It's on Fox Sport.
Is it? Who text you?
Fox Cricket. Australia have been down to last-minute selection headache ahead of the first day of the Ashes Test with skipper Pat Cummins in doubt.
Wow.
Well, and they're down to hours
It's
to
hours,
sort that
yeah.
out.
2 o'clock, first ball for 2 o'clock.
I'm assuming
Rykert in, bowls.
there would have
dot
been
ball.
rules brought in for during game and things like that, as in if you have to wait for a test to come back, or like, can you slash a player? Is that
2 overs?
Yeah.
None for 10, and at the end of the power play, 1 for 32.
You can, yeah.
So,
So there must be provisions for
not
it.
Not a bad little power play. That I think they probably would have liked maybe a few more runs, but one down and boys nice and set. So I think we're in a, as long as we can keep that run rate around that 7 and over mark, I think, and keep wickets in hand, we're certainly in the game. I think it's going to be a very tricky little chase though. 130.
Looks like Furman's the man, Natty.
Yeah, he's come out with a bit of intent, which is good.
So at the same stage of the Sunshine Coast innings, at the end of the 6 over power play, they were none for 47. Fusion 1 for 32. Jackson in.
Yeah, they really were looking at sort of 180 plus there at one stage. So the Scorchers.
Benny Baker's decided to keep a bit of pressure on, only going to 3 men outside of the power play, so keeping some nice pressure on in the ring. Wonder if we'll see the leg spinner early.
It's work behind square.
Oh, that's a nice placement.
Deep square leg comes off the boundary.
Fielded.
They keep it to 1. Thomas gives Furman the strike. And he moves to 7 off 11. Furman currently 8 off 10.
Can you imagine what's going on in Adelaide right now? There would be phone calls and texts and everything going off.
To be fair, they've got 48 staff to sort it out.
They do. But mate, waking up, have a coffee, late start today, rock down Adelaide.
Single behind point. How's this? The South Australian Sheffield Shield side
Could be a test team.
could be a test team.
But no one will be there, mate, because they're all playing Big Bash.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course.
So it all depends who's where and where
Yeah.
you can get to.
Yeah,
in a
there
very
could be
short
few
amount of
call-ups
time.
from grade cricket in Adelaide.
I'm sure there's no South Australian Shield players listening to this, but that'd be very disappointing if that become our test side.
Chad Sayers, can you please come out of retirement?
Might take the phone off mute.
According to the report, the Australian Test captain was at the Adelaide restaurant on Wednesday night with another person at the next table, later reporting a positive COVID-19 case.
Jackson in. And Thomas not happy with that shot. Gives a little bit the bat.
Any reports if it's Omako? No, not sure if it's Omako. Is Hill still on the chat line there, Natty?
Surely that's a fake account. Surely Ian's not logging on.
Oh, shot down to fine leg. But
Played
they
that
only
well.
pick up the
Like it
one.
jumped
Picked
a
it
bit
up.
too, didn't it?
Yeah, picked up nicely.
Just went with it.
By Thomas.
Would like to be the man to come in for Cummins.
And that completes second over in Jackson's spell. None for 5. And at the end of 7 overs. Far North Queensland Fusion 1 for 35. Looking at trying to chase down 132 runs for victory that the Scorchers got after their 20 overs. Rykert has been taken out of the attack.
Got your wish here, Benny. I think the leg spinner is on.
Maury's been very impressive Young fella got 5 2 days ago.
Charlie Moore?
Charlie Moore from the Glasshouse Cricket Club on the Sunshine Coast.
That was a guess, but it is Charlie. Very good.
He's actually down with Peter Drennan at Churchy at the moment, so he's down there, boarding down at Churchy.
Recruiting?
Oh, possibly.
He's a good recruiter, Dreno.
So he'll be into the GPS cricket competition when school resumes after the holidays, no doubt. Oh. Oh, they start before school goes back, Gilsey.
Giving a good flight.
Good start. Yeah, he's probably a little bit slow through the air more, if that's my only thing with him, but I think that's just going to come as he gets older and stronger. But lands them well, bowls a good wrong'un.
Needs to let the hem down on his pants a bit.
Floods.
Been a bit of growth.
Expecting some floods. How's that not a wide, sir?
Must have been very close to leg stump, Natty, was it?
A little bit of Adam Zampa going on in the front arm.
Yep. Not a bad person to copy.
No, quite a...
Especially in the white ball game. There is very much, isn't there?
Down.
It's got quite a nice little action though.
Well bowled, well fielded.
Have you
started with 3 dots?
Have you texted Nessa, Nathan? Have you got some inside scoop for us?
No,
Crash. Oh, what a catch!
That's an outstanding caught and bowled, and that sees the demise of Gareth Thomas for 8 runs off 18 deliveries, and the leg spinner gets the breakthrough for the Scorchers, 2 for 35.
Good catch, low and right. Looks like he'd maybe a second effort there. A little bit of flight enticing that shot down the ground. Let's have a look at this one.
And as the new batsman comes to the crease for the Fusion in number 11, Seth McGinty, I'll hand over to Simon Gills.
I have sent Michael a text message, but somehow I don't think he will get back to me.
Any blue ticks come through yet on the reading, or?
I think he might just ignore that.
Did you request a ticket, or did you just wish him all the best?
Get on a quick flight, direct flight from Bundy to Adelaide.
You're very hopeful, mate. What to watch? You got a ticket to watch? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know, yeah. Oh, it'd be exciting if he does play, but hopefully for the sake of the Australian team, Cummins is available, but it doesn't sound likely.
Well, if any of it's half true, they'll have to isolate him. He'll be gone.
I'm going to throw it out there. They're going to cancel the test. There you go. There's my call.
No.
Well, Nathan, that's one of the more sillier comments I've heard from you. Yeah,
they will not
you have an understanding of cricket and how much money this test is worth.
Oh, that's right.
That will definitely not be happening.
Happening?
Happening?
I think Cummins could be sitting in the hotel, possibly watching it from the air conditioning.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
Who's there? Divinudo might get a bat. Who else is floating around coaching these days? JL at open as well.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronnie could bowl with the Newey.
Yeah, he could come in. Surely.
Have we got another bowling coach there, or Ronnie takes those reins? I think. Doesn't he?
He does a bowling job.
Yeah, yeah.
Devanudo, the batting.
Yep.
Who's their fielding? Have they got a fielding coach?
I think JL might take that, doesn't he?
Does he?
Not sure. It's been a while.
Don't know.
They usually you usually see McDonald and Devanudo on the sidelines there, don't you?
Oh, the bails didn't fall off.
Oh, did that hit the stumps? Stop it.
I think the stumps and the bails have fallen off. Well, that is a wicket maiden.
Great start.
Which is a great start for Charlie Moore. Not a great start for FNQ there. I think they need to show a bit more intent against
the other
him.
night, didn't it? The ball whacked the stumps in a big bash game and didn't fall off. The zinger bails didn't fall off.
I did see a headline about that, yeah.
Oh, that's come off his glove.
Has too.
Oh, it has.
Oh, it's hit it hard
the
too.
Off stump.
It's hit it harder than Beachy's throw did before, and the bail came off. Did you notice that in the first innings, Natty? A little run out at the bowler's end that no one really appealed for?
Yeah, it has come off glove.
Well, that will be interesting to seize the opportunity now, because that has whacked the off stump off the glove. That's a healthy ricochet.
Not even a wobble.
The keeper's very confident. Look at him. Oh, hang on. Oh, can't believe it. He's just going to check. No, I thought he was going to check the bails for a minute there. He's going to just go up and have a look, see if they're glued on. Wow. Anyway, take that opportunity.
Jared Jackson to bowl his third on the bounce.
They probably need to just start showing a bit more initiative here, the Fusion. I'm not sure how that is in a wide,
Yeah,
but
how did that not get called?
Anyway,
it might have flicked him on the way through, did it?
Otherwise, they're just gonna leave themselves a little bit too much. It's already up around 9s now.
They've really got to find the ones that keep turning the strike over, Rito. They've got to find a way to score.
Up at 9s, Natty.
Somewhere around there.
Oh, that is definitely a wide. I still think the spin could be the key factor. It was in the first innings, brought back the innings well and truly, and I think we've seen it already from...
Interesting to see, yeah. Benny Baker spending 3 of his probably number 1 bowler early in the... Maybe trying to push that rate right up and...
Put the pressure on.
Yeah.
One thing I try and talk to a lot of young batters about coaching them is having, especially in this shorter format cricket, is having it's easy to go from a positive intent into get a single rather than the other way around. It just looks like they've got that I'm going to get off strike as their main sort of intent here, which they're just taking a boundary option out of the game then. So I'd like to see them just show a bit more.
Oh, that's massive trouble. Collision mid-pitch. Wow. They were going to push hard for 2, and it would have been touch and go, but they were both ball watching, I think, and they've had a collision mid-pitch, and both left stranded. I don't even think in the picture at the end of it. And it looks like McGinty's been run out at the non-strikers end.
We've seen a couple of interesting ones today.
Because the throw wasn't great. If they didn't collide, they would have been both a chance, I think, to make either end.
Yep.
Bowler's pretty happy.
Well, this needs to be a big partnership here for the Fusion.
The incoming batsman.
Around the ground, CQ Seamers looking in control against the Flames, only needing another 25 with 9 in hand.
Alex Nasser's coming in to bat.
Darling Downs.
Atherton Club.
Darling Downs in control against the Nitros. And the Monsoons maybe in a bit of trouble. Luke Feldman looking like the favourite to take out the plate final.
Oh, that comeback in at him. He looked very uncomfortable then. Well bowled.
He's bowled very well. He's bowled a really good length.
Just seems to have a little bit more zip than you think, I
Rushes
reckon.
on
Yeah,
I agree. He's not a tall lad, and he just hits the deck hard, and it really rushes onto you. The batsmen have had a bit of trouble with him. And again. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Richardson bowl like in this test, because I reckon he does that. He hurries blokes up.
Come on, mate. We want Nessa.
Well, I think Nessa.
We want Nessa.
I hope he gets a gig. But
no, Richardson is fun to watch. Yeah, especially if the timings line up and he's under lights and he gets a new one. He's got a very skillful wrist.
Well, he's had a crack at that.
Well, he hasn't given me...
That's his first rock.
Michael Nessa hasn't given me a yes, but he...
Oh, we've got some news.
He's given me a lot of smiley faces.
Stop it.
I'm a bloody Cheshire cat right now, so...
Wow.
That is Crash Craddock-like.
Wow.
Wow.
Very good, Rito.
Who's Crash Cruddy? It's from the Bulls Masters Youth Cup. Here it is.
Heard it first, that's it. Heard it
Wow,
first,
what an
Rito.
inside knowledge that is, Natty.
So whatever you do, don't go to Sportsbet and put leading wicket taker on Pat Cummins for this test.
Yes.
Take it off straight away. M. Nessa.
That's awesome news, Natty.
No, that's fantastic. I hope I'm sure he'll take the opportunity. I think the day-night test will suit him perfectly as well.
Mate, one of my favourite cricketing memories is watching the spell that James Anderson bowled to Steve Smith and the boys round the wicket in swingers to Smith. It was unbelievable. I'm pumped, and hopefully Jimmy gets a crack at the right time of night to show how good he is with that pink kookaburra.
Jimmy or Nessa?
No, Jimmy's my favourite, mate. I like Ness, but Jimmy's got 1,000 poles, mate.
Yeah,
he's top
he's
shelf.
He's pretty handy bowler.
Yeah,
yeah, he's all right. Yeah, that was a very good.
How old is he?
Jimmy Anderson, I think he's
39?
39 or 40. He
Is
might
that
have hit
right?
40.
He doesn't look like he's aged much. Honestly, in the last 5 to 10 years, doesn't look. I mean, the body obviously is aged. If they wouldn't be resting him, but he just looks like he's the same bloke he was 10 years ago.
39.
Wow.
Be 40 in July.
Oh, well
next year.
bowled. That looked like the wrong one.
Does have a wrong one. Well
That's
bowled,
gone
Maury.
through the gate. He's tried to slap that over mid-wicket, and I think that's come back. That would be an interesting replay. That was really well bowled. Flighted it beautifully.
Well, Sunny Coast are on top now.
Well and truly.
Oh, interesting.
More 2 for none off his 1.2 now. What a start.
Oh, I didn't see the picture. I think that's come back through the... I think that's his wrong one.
Beautiful control.
And we've seen the whole...
Yes.
We've seen the whole carnival that, and we've spoken about it quite a bit, is the inability to be able to play spin well.
Yes.
In this youth age group, consistently, and it has been the difference. Was the difference in our it was the difference in our bowling innings as well. And
Just here, our Flegs is watching back home. He's finally tuned in and he's pretty excited with what he's seeing, I think.
Gerard Jippaju.
this Will Henlon comes in, and he's actually probably been another batter that's gone quite well for us so far. He got I think 48 not out yesterday and played pretty well.
Well, he's going to have to do better than that today, I think, Rito.
These two are going to have to get us very close.
Good all-rounder.
The spinners are on top.
bowled
Yeah,
well.
he bowled all right too,
Yep.
didn't he? Yeah.
Pardon me.
Well, that could be a big chance. Oh, no, in between keeper and gully. He's bowling well, Charlie Moore. Bowling very well. Flighting the ball well. Getting above the eye line. Batsman attempted.
He's certainly getting above the eye line. Well and truly.
Considering he's not a big unit, is he?
No.
He's having
Definitely
waiting to grow.
Yeah, above his, that's right, above his eye line.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Although he didn't execute that, I like the fact that he's actually coming out of the crease trying to show some initiative. And
Well, let's stay down. It must be a Flegler trademark to pick blokes that are littler than him. Is that what it is, or?
How's the text line, Natty? What else you got for us?
I think I'm just going to leave him be now and
Let him soak up the atmosphere, mate.
What about the live chat feed? Is Hill still
just
tuned in?
followed up with a dancing lady to Ness, and whatever happens now.
That's fantastic. That is breaking news. It's fantastic.
See, it's amazing how Nessa has bowled the house down for year after year.
Yeah.
And hasn't been, and then you get the little sliding doors moment, and you get a crack. So
And
that's
as you say, he sees
fingers
the
crossed
moment.
it comes through, yeah, and he can have a good crack at it now.
Well, let's face it. That was a Marnus opportunity when he took it. Didn't
Absolutely.
he? Same type of thing.
Absolutely.
And has
Yep.
not looked back.
Yeah.
You know, what is he ranked number 3 or 4 in the world now in the batting rankings? And has not looked back at all.
He overtook Steve Smith just recently, I think.
Did he?
There was a bit of a question whether that'd affect the bromance that Marnus has now jumped him, but
I'll probably make it stronger, mate, if anything, wouldn't it?
yeah, you wouldn't think that they're asking for separate rooms. They're just cuddling in the double bed, I think.
shadow batting together. 2 mirrors. They request 2 mirrors, shadow batting.
Little change in bowling. Elias Cottrell comes in for his first bowl today.
Shot.
He's hit that well, but they've got sweepers out here. Hard for us to see, but there's definitely...
Up at 9 and over for the last 10, so it's the boys don't really have a chance to just settle into the innings. They've got to get
No,
going.
they've got to get moving, haven't they? No,
It's
it can't be done. It can be done as long as they start building a partnership.
That's
I mean,
right.
let's face it, you can easily go at 10 or 12 if you get one or two boundaries in the over.
Yep. Both of these boys have got the ability to hit boundaries, so. But there's no point getting to 15 overs and the game's shot. They've got to keep that intent up and.
At the 10 over mark, the Scorchers were none for 82 at the same stage with the Fusion 4 for 40. But the last back end, obviously, of the Scorchers innings was really tied down well. They've basically got to do polar opposites, don't they?
Yep.
You know, the Fusion have been tied down early here. They've got to go in the last 10 overs. So, could be very interesting. Dare say the Scorchers are in the box seat.
I think they look like they. I don't know whether they've had the conversation out there, but they look like they're going to target Cottrell here. Well, they've sort of got to. They've got to target.
I think they've got to target everyone now, mate. I think they've got to go. You know, get rid of everything loose they can.
Play 2. Push.
Well, the good thing is they've scored off every ball in this over. That's at least the start they need to do. 6 off the over with 1 to come and be finished with a boundary here. They've got their 10 off the over.
Mm.
Do you think the young blokes at this age realise, you know how they say you target the first ball or 2 on the over to look for that boundary and then you can milk the singles at the rest of the over? Or do they just try and play every ball in front of them and just go? And
I was always, like batting in the middle order, a big fan of trying to target a boundary early.
Yep. Would these guys? Do you think these guys think that way?
No. No, I do not. I think
No, from a mentor's point of view, I'm asking.
No,
you,
absolutely not, because I think Natty probably didn't figure that out until
I was 28.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's
so hard for 16-year-olds to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Not sure what it is. It's just with the bowling, I talk about when you first start bowling fast, you've probably got 5 or 6 cues that you'll need to keep reminding yourself about. And as you get older, that you just keep dropping them off.
Yep.
And I think for most of my career, you get down to 1 cue that sort of gets you going. And once you get down to really confident in your action and where it's going, you then get to look at the scoreboard.
Yep.
And watch the game and understand what's going on in the game, because you're not really worried about your technique so much. So I think these boys are probably still in the caught-up phase.
Correct.
Of I've got 10 things to work on.
And look, and I don't expect them to. I was just curious, if you come across a cricketer that, I mean, it's going to be an exceptionally smart cricketer to realise.
That's what our skipper Benny Baker's been all over it. His cricket knowledge is next level. So I'm not sure where he got that from, but he's got it. Yeah, he's one of the few ones I've spoken to that.
From Flegs, maybe.
Oh, what a great attempt!
Obviously, Flegs has put plenty of time in there, and
yeah, that's right.
But
I think it's just something. Yeah, some kids have just got that bit more cricket knowledge earlier in their career, but it's such a. As Benny just said,
This is a great attempt. Look at this full stretch up and
shot, but it's going to be out, I think.
Oh, yes.
That's hit him in the hip. That has
happened
hit
there?
him in the hip bone. Flush.
It's gone further off him than it has down to the ground.
he didn't see it early. He didn't move.
That is dead set hit him in the hip bone.
What's
in
going
golfing
on there?
terms, that is an air swing.
Is that Joshy?
Oh.
Wow.
Ouch.
He's a tough boy from Karoy there. He hasn't moved.
2 drop catches and 2 balls. This is. They've got to make the most of this, the Fusion batsman now.
But as we were talking about earlier, just that cricket knowledge. I'm a big believer in giving kids a go to actually let them play for a little bit longer
what an
before
effort.
they actually... Because I feel like 27, 28 is when you actually start realising the game.
Yep.
You obviously get...
Shot.
We can't really compare every player to your Steve Smiths who
No.
develop at 21 and
Correct. You're elite cricketers.
you look at most, like Mike Hussey's a great example, sort of
Yeah, he
probably at his peak from about 29 to 33,
mate, didn't he?
34.
Debuted at 30.
He scored, what, 18,000 first-class runs or something?
75 tests?
Something.
Debuting at 30?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I think we're really quick to just write kids off early and just go, well, nah, he's not good enough, but he's 22,
Well, they're always looking for the new up-and-comer, but
Yeah.
your new up-and-comer could be a Mike Hussey at 29
That's right.
to slot in.
That's
you
what I
know,
like. Hopefully the Heat, if they've stayed the course a long time with the likes of Max Bryant and Sam Hazlitt, and
yes,
they're both getting to that 30, 40 game mark, have they got the confidence to back them in for 2 or 3 more years and then really cash in on their back half of their career when they've learnt the game? Because
but unless you got...
it feels like the education process is quite slow,
Yep.
but I think it just is at the moment, and then your snowball effect carries on as you get older.
But unless you got, an elite kid like a Cameron Green knocking on the door, knocking the house down, you got time to give those blokes the time that they need, don't you? Like,
and look at Mitch Marsh.
Shot, he's hit that cleanly.
Mitch Marsh, probably the best example.
Yeah.
At the
Had
moment.
every opportunity in the world.
As a 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
Yeah, and look at him now. He looks like the best player in the world
He
at
does.
the moment.
And what is he, 20? He's 29, 28? Something like, he's nearly 30. I
Yeah,
think. Like
yeah.
Is that right? 26 tests before
I
he got a
think
test
when you get to that certain age too, all your insecurities are gone a little bit as well. Like you're not worried about what other people are thinking as much, and you're just concentrating on what's my job. And
That was what was it? 26 tests before Steve Waugh.
Steve Waugh scored 100.
Can you imagine the media pressure on
26? Marcus Harris
if
playing
he
another
has
20
50 innings right now and doesn't get 100?
Doesn't get 100. Yeah. Well, they're
Can
talking.
you
They're
imagine?
talking if he doesn't get one in the next 3
Yeah,
tests.
yeah.
He's gone. So
there was a very
bang.
I saw a stat the other day that there's been 223 openers for Australia, and in terms of average, Marcus Harris comes in at 223 in terms of the worst average.
Is that right?
Come on, Natty. Surely.
Fair dinkum.
Correct. It's great. You're on today, aren't you? You are on today.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll see if we can find it.
What's Aries' numbers horrendous? I haven't actually.
Well, I think he's averaging 31. They said. I thought, or 20, maybe to high 20.
I might have got that.
Natty, that seems like.
Hang on. I'm going to find that again.
I read something. I thought they said he was averaging 31. So he's only played, 4 tests? 4 tests? He hasn't played many.
I would have said 10 these days, but maybe I'm completely wrong, yeah.
It might have been playing more than 10 tests, maybe something like that. It was
You're right.
Okay, is that a back pedal? Or?
Yeah, back pedal. I haven't got one. But
We'll have a look
Nessa
at
is playing.
Great hand pass, Rito. Perfect.
I think. I'm backpedaling there as well.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway, good little partnership here.
They're building. The boys are building here.
Furman and Hanlon taking the game on a bit.
They've had a couple of opportunities, but they're starting to build, I think.
Oh, that's
a good
great shot. And he's
Misfield. That'll be nearly 3.
He's run hard. Yes, they're going to come back for 3
Surely
here.
they come on the arm.
Yep.
That's a big boundary. It is a big boundary.
It is a big boundary.
So here you go. Harris is 29. 11 tests. Only averaging 23.
Right.
So
I think it was more than 10 tests.
Oh, right.
Yep. So that may have been the stat.
2 not outs. His highest. He hasn't scored a test century.
Up in the air.
No, not out.
Highest score is 79. Hasn't scored a test 100.
I feel like those 11 tests have come in at least 3 separate attempts.
It's definitely 2 because Pekoski was in the middle.
Yeah.
There you go. He debuted in 2011.
Who? Marcus Harris.
10 years ago, as a 19-year-old. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. First
That'd be
class.
first class,
Sorry.
yeah.
Take that back. T20 debut. When was his test debut? Here we go. Test debut 2018.
Yeah. So yeah, wonder if George Bailey's little slide into the head position will change
Ashes is
how quick we are chop and change.
in Ashes history.
In Ashes history.
In Ashes history, he's the
So
his worst opening batsman.
It would be his average in Ashes
Yes,
tests.
yes.
Which I don't think any opening batsman would average more than 10 in the last Test series in England.
Oh, including Englishmen across both teams. Wow.
Anyway, that's...
Stats are an interesting one, aren't they? You can always find a spot to shine the light to make yourself look
Yeah,
really good or
yeah.
really bad, I think. So.
Oh, yes. That is a cagey little
That is-
play there.
That's 4. It's quick.
Late cut.
That's a quick part of the ground. 4 runs. The tempo's picking up a little bit here, lads.
Yes, it's a good little partnership.
So they need about nearly double their score from here in the last 7 overs. It's still going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
What's that rate at, Eddie?
But we need this partnership needs to make it to 120, I think, for us to win the game.
Well, they've nearly got to bat together for the rest of the innings. These two will go very close to it.
I think Furman needs to be 70 not out to win this game, or 60.
It's pretty good captaincy here, really.
Fielded.
Well fielded, out.
Oh, unbelievable.
The umpire's in an awful spot.
It's an awful position, but
He was in that. I think that's out.
Look at a replay of that one.
I think we'll get a replay of that.
The boys
one, I'm
don't
sure.
seem too disheartened, so maybe it was a bit
That
closer than
happened
we
very
thought.
quick. The
It
umpire
did.
didn't have a chance to move.
Beautiful
admittedly.
piece of fielding.
Here we go. It's very quick. Well fielded. Out.
Oh,
he's fumbled
Benny
the
might have
ball.
fumbled it.
Not out.
There you go. Beautiful umpiring.
Benny Baker has had the fumbles. I'll take it back.
Back,
It is good
back
umpiring.
to the stats we were talking about. When the 233 players that have opened at least 20 times in Test matches are ordered by average, Harris comes in at 233. So 20 innings or more.
Yeah, well, he's had 22 innings or whatever it was.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
Shot.
Apologies, Nathan.
Yeah. Rita, that's unlike you to be up
You
on
are
your stats.
on today, aren't you?
Seriously. We've got this. Look at him. He's got the scoop out with Ness, and now he's on fire.
Yeah.
He can't help himself.
Look,
What else you got?
I'm a bit of a cricket nuffy. Like,
You were the closet nuffy, weren't you? You were one of those ones. I don't like cricket, and you watch everything.
I did like cricket. I just didn't like cricket as a job.
But it paid well.
What do you do now, Natty?
Yeah, coach cricket. Anyway, this is not about me. Let's move on. 4 for 71.
This has been a good over so far. It's 9 off it. Which is probably the run rate they're looking at. 1 ball to go. Baker needs to finish this off with either a dot or a 1 here.
Great over. 6.
There's a gap there. It's a single. I would thought to deep mid wicket. Good over. 10 off it. That's what they need. 10s from here on in. We'll get them there. So that is a required rate.
It is. But what we've seen is what we were speaking about earlier is that intent to actually think boundary first and not.
Well, he did. That's exactly right. He got the boundary first ball, didn't he? Through.
And they're finding it a lot easier to get off strike.
Well,
so.
ones and twos have got him to 10 the over.
Yep.
So. And I think that's, it's like, again, easy for us to sit up here. There's a lot of cricket being played in the past, and we know what to do. But these guys are relatively new to their cricketing careers. So for them to be able to be aware of that.
Baker turning back to his trump card. Jared Jackson, who's bowled 3 overs, none for 7.
This is a massive play.
Yeah.
Bringing him on now with 6 overs to go. That he's obviously looking to force the hand of the Fusion boys.
I like it personally.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I think
nice proactive captaincy.
Don't leave it till last minute.
Spend
Put
your
the
chips
pressure
now.
on him now.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I agree. Good shot into the gap for a single. So they'd be happy.
Good batting. Yeah, take 7 off it, 6 off it.
6 singles.
Yep.
The run rate builds again, doesn't it? So
I think they've got a target from this end. I think these 3 overs.
The
from
short
this end
boundary.
have got to be. I think we need an over of 15 from this end.
Yeah, I'd agree. He's still hitting to the short boundary. That's straight. There should be 1 or 2 there.
He's got a bit of it. Well fielded.
Got it. Good running. Good running. Yeah, anything. The northern end, basically the northern end straight, nearly all the way around to deep square where the players is very quick. It's a very quick infield and outfield. Well, that's big. He's under that. And out.
Oh, great catch.
Well done.
Is that Elias Cottrell down there at long off?
That is a great snaffle. I tell you what, he had the Yugoslavian three-step going there at one stage, in, out, backwards, forwards, but he set himself at the end.
Beautiful catch. It's a pressure catch. It's game on the line stuff.
Pretty good shot.
That's a good shot. He got a big chunk of it.
It's a big wicket for the Scorchers.
It's that man, Jared Jackson again.
Unfortunately for the Fusion.
Furman, was he the man?
That's not the wicket we wanted.
He has struck
Beautiful
that beautifully.
shot.
Backing, set, and then had to go again. Whoop. Oh, wow, he's a full stretch then.
We really needed that to be pushed over the boundary, didn't we?
That is a great catch.
That was great camera work. It was great camera work. He did well. He did very, very well.
I'm going to make my way down to the boys and just try and keep them calm.
Give him some of your stats.
Benny's just sitting up in the aircon as if the job's done. Thanks for having me.
Righto, thanks, Rito.
Thanks, Natty. See you shortly. Great catch. I rate that one. There's pressure on that catch.
Look, that's the game changer right
and
there.
It's got enough hang time for your brain to go to a lot of different places of the outcome of that. So
that is a game changer because he
well done, youngster.
Did not look comfortable until he caught it. Good, good captaincy, good field placement.
Yep.
So, is it off legs? Run out, 2 and 2 balls, run out. That was it. He just took off. Hanlon just took off.
I actually saw the ball bowled and thought that was a dot. What have I missed there?
A non-striker has just taken off. I think he thought he hit to the gap too. He's turned the corner, one bounce, and non-striker's gone.
Great bit of fielding it.
Was.
Square leg there. Oh, he's pumped about it too. Jared Jackson, he enjoyed that one.
He loves the wicket, doesn't he?
Doesn't he? That's part of my mentoring, that, to get him excited about wickets.
Now, we need to probably downplay that a little bit, boys, because the run-out batsman was Angus Gertzer.
Oh, Diamond.
And Mama's sitting right beside us here.
No.
As our scorer.
I thought it was
for
Hanlon.
the Fusion. No, the number 10.
Oh, no.
Angus Gertzer. So,
I don't really know
are
what
we
to say there.
talking Diamond Duck for the poor lad?
We are.
So the new batsman to the crease for the Fusion, the number 1, the skipper, Aiden Beach. Oh, that's a nice shot. Out towards square leg. It will be cut off, but the batsman will come back for 2. Now I'm thinking Beach has come up in the order.
Skipper.
Beach has come up in the order after batting at 11 the other day in one of our live stream games and getting a nice 20 and nice little captain's cameo at the end of the innings.
He bowled very well, Shizzy.
Yes.
Another great spell from Jared Jackson.
That is
there.
good bowling. He's 1 for 12 or 4 overs. How good's that?
That's probably his most wayward day. He's had a few down leg today as well. Yeah. So he's had a great tournament. One of the big reasons we're in the final today.
So that's the end of the 15th over. FNQ Fusion 6 for 78 at the same stage in the Sunshine Coast innings. They were 2 for 104. Interesting to note, Sunshine Coast in the last 5 overs scored 27 runs and lost 5 wickets.
Wasn't our greatest finish, but the boys also bowled exceptionally well from far north to really drag that back and give them a chance in this game. Benny Baker taking himself out of the attack and bringing young Moore, the leg spinner, back on, who's had a great start. 2 for 7 off his first 3.
Yeah, rating this Charlie Moore.
He's bowled well.
Right
He's tossed it
there.
up, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Bowled a beautiful wrong and through the gate to take one of his wickets. It was
3 overs, 2 for 7. It's been a number of handy leg spin bowlers. Moore, Beach, and the SEQ leg spinner Josh Williams, who got injured on day 2.
Wicket. Look at this coming in. No, pulled up. I don't think that young man wanted
At
to
least
wear
Joshy
it on
saw that one, which was good. Yeah.
He was worried about wearing
I
it
think
on
he's
the
still
hip.
hobbling a little bit from the.
Hip again.
And the other leg spinner from the seam is Ramsden.
Oh, the sweep.
Oh, lovely shot.
Well, they've got a sweeper down there too.
So yeah, there's been 4 handy leg spinners that have been noted.
Actually, it was funny. We talking to spin bowling the other day. We had a conversation a couple of nights ago, looking through all the Big Bash teams, and I think there was 5 Afghanis over here playing internationals, all leg spin bowlers. Oh, Majib was the offie. Well, he bowls them everywhere.
Nabi, he bowls,
Nabi as well.
Nabi
sorry,
bowls
he
off breaks.
offies, but the other 3 were the
But the
Ahmed,
the funny part is Case, Ahmed, and Zahi
Zahi
Khan.
Khan.
They don't even make the T20 squad.
I know, they don't
They're not
play.
even on tour.
No.
So had the pleasure of playing in the Afghanistan Premier League the one and only year over in Dubai, and mate, it was unbelievable.
Oh, I
The
betcha.
spinners coming everywhere.
I was thinking to myself, do they
spin-a-thon.
have room for those 5 blokes in their side? But in the World Cup, you go back to the World Cup, they didn't play.
Drops a little bit short there. Does more. Put through the gap out towards extra cover.
Well fielded.
Hanlon picks up a 2 for himself.
You've got some really good seam bowlers too.
Yeah,
the Afghans.
right.
They're going to be. Hopefully, they can keep it all together and keep going, because the way they play their cricket's very exciting. They back themselves in with the bat, that's for
Yeah,
sure,
they
and have a
do.
good crack. So it's great to see those other nations coming along.
Cheesy 1s and 2s aren't enough here, hey? They need to be finding 1 or 2 boundaries and over. Certainly at least 1.
Yeah, they're under the pump now,
You know,
the Fusion boys.
Sunny Coast are happy with 6 and over.
Another great spell there by Moore.
Yeah, that's good
2 for
bowling.
14
isn't
off
it? 2
his
for
4.
14. The spinners from both teams have slowed the whole thing down. They've been fantastic today.
Yeah.
But now 4 overs. What are they looking at? 47 of 4 overs. So they're up to 12 and over. You know, it wasn't that long ago they were clawing it back to under 10s. So
Yes, the Sunshine Coast bowlers have really put the screws on the Fusion. What hasn't helped is that loss of a couple of wickets. They've lost that continuity of partnership.
We saw that in the first dig, didn't we? As soon as the wickets started falling, it was pretty hard
Slowed
to come out and
everything
score
down,
straight
yep.
away, yeah.
hard to get momentum, get yourself set up again. So they're looking at 2 a ball from here on in.
Talon Reichardt back into the attack.
So only 4 inside the fielding circle for the Sunshine Coast Scorchers. There'll be 5 boundary riders.
Oh, geez, I thought you
dies
stopped that.
over that ball. They'll come back for 2.
Right now, the batsmen have got to realise where their targets are at and where they can get, what balls to score in what zones. Obviously, Beach realises that down to third man, if they run hard, they can get their 2s. But
This
they've
is
still
the,
got to find somewhere they can get that boundary.
This should be the scoring end, shouldn't it, with the shorter boundary
Correct.
on the wide long on side. Or bowled.
Straight to this. What happened last time? Oh, misfield.
Reichert.
Exactly what happened
Wasn't
last
it?
time.
That was Bass there at square leg.
Beach finds the fielder at square leg, is the only man inside the circle on the leg side. It's amazing how that happens, isn't it?
Well, it's good captaincy for a
It is.
start.
I was
Put
just
him in a
thinking,
good
Benny
spot.
Bakers just keeps impressing me with
Yep, good captaincy.
understanding the game, yeah.
Well bowled.
Beats the outside edge of Beach's bat. Through to the keeper.
Every dot ball run rate skyrockets from now on. That's gone straight through him. He's tried to turn that around the corner. That's a very good ball.
Another dot ball, 3 dots in a row from Reichert. You just got a feeling something's going to happen here. Hanlon's gone down to have a chat with his skipper, Beach. Pressure is building. It's like a balloon getting blown. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. Beach trying to turn that around behind square.
There it is.
That's whipped.
That's 4. He's found
behind
the gap.
square.
That's a
4
lovely
runs.
shot. They needed that badly. Very badly. That's a lovely shot. Need to finish the over off now here, Beach. If you can find another boundary, and the fielding team, Reichardt, looking for a 1 or a dot ball. Be very interesting to see if Beach goes again here. Tried to. Pushing hard for 2. They found a gap. They should get 2 here. And they do. They get 2 easily. Maybe more. No. Good backing up. 3 backing up from the Scorchers then. So 8 off the over. The boundary was very important in that second last ball. So it's very, very steamy out there. The boys under the lids running between wickets. They're getting very fatigued very quick with only 3 overs to go.
We've been very lucky sitting up here in our air-conditioned commentary box, but
the
speaking
vantage point.
to a number of people who've been out and about on the grounds, and as we speak, Matthew Hogan from Bulls Masters is wandering out onto the ground now with the Bulls Masters camera to take some footage, and he has been one of the ones that has mentioned it is just very, very steamy out there for the lads. 17 overs gone in the FNQ innings, 6 for 93, and the skipper of the Sunshine Coast side, Ben Baker, to bowl his right arm off breaks around the wicket from the southern end.
It's nearly 2 there. They are going to go for 2. Good running. It just had enough on it to get past the infield, but not go quick to the outfield then.
I think Joshy's hip's still
Yeah, he's still a
travelling
bit
down
dodgy
there
out
and
there.
off, as it should be.
I've got to find a well bowled, nice and full. It's Yorker length.
Yeah, beautiful bowling.
There's a big gap, massive gap out at deep square leg that I think they need to try and target. They've got to create here. Oh, he's tried to. Out.
Out.
Well bowled.
Stumped.
Yep.
Very
well
sharp
bowled.
hands.
And that was just pressure building, the scoreboard pressure. And then he stood back. He's tried to swipe.
Very sharp hands by the keeper.
It was great keeping.
Curtis McAllister.
Had a good day.
Baker's ready to bowl again.
Must be a bit of overrate pressure creeping in here, or because the
It was well. I don't think it was caught, was it? I don't know. It's strange. The square leg umpire gave it out anyway, so I'll go with stumped.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Here we go. Square leg umpire. It was actually the right length to go for it to hit out there. He's out. Yeah, that's stumped. That is stumped.
He's had a good day, McAllister.
His foot's still out. He's hold the pose and his foot's still out there.
New batsman to the crease for the Far North Fusion. Number 4, Cale Newcomb from Rovers Cricket Club up there in Cairns. Let's say Ben Baker at delivery, he's got a little bit of Jared Sipple in him. Former Wide Bay junior rep cricketer, currently playing first grade for Wests in Brisbane.
Yep.
Played a lot of
that's a gap.
junior
They've got to
cricket
go there.
for Queensland.
There's got to be 3 here, boys. Got to run them.
Is that
got to go on the arm?
relation to Courtney? But is it
Brother? Yep.
Brother of Courtney Sipple.
Oh, so who's the younger one that plays?
Harry.
Harry put me in the trees 4 times this year.
That's correct.
At
That's the one.
Noosa.
That's right.
Decided to have a look upstairs, and the young fella just kept putting me in the trees. So
Hits the ball very well.
yeah,
Oh,
showed some good ticker. Pretty good cricketing name, the Sipple, isn't it?
Yeah.
it is a very good
I feel like I've been
name.
playing in Sipples.
Well, father
Yeah.
was part of the Wide Bay Flames this year at the Country Challenge as well.
Lovely.
Ashley.
At age 48, I think.
I think I remember
Ashley is.
playing or watching Sipples at Souths. Were there some Sipples at Souths back
There
in the
was,
day?
I think it was a Michael Sipple that played
Right.
at Souths.
There's Sipples at Darling Downs.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Like distant cousins, I believe.
Yep.
So, but yes, very, very good cricketing family, the Wide Bay, through Wide Bay Cricket, definitely.
18 overs completed.
99.
7 for 99. Baker currently sitting on 2 for 23 after his 3 overs.
33 off 2 overs. I almost say that you're home here, Benny. It'll be a pretty good 2 overs to get 33, I would have thought.
Particularly Newcombe having just faced the 2 deliveries, being new to the crease. Beach on strike. And Elias Cottrell, who took that awesome catch earlier on, down at long off, back into the attack. And they're running 2. Great running there. Pick up 2 to long on. Good shot from Aiden Beach.
I noticed the outfielders have all come in 5 or 10 as well. Trying to cut the potential of 2s to 3 or 3s to 2, I should say.
Yep.
That should be
Lofted.
Oh, wow, that's gone for 4. That's misjudgment. That is a very, very important boundary.
Talon Reichert, very keen to come in and take the catch. Misjudged it, got big, got very big and over his head. 4
the
runs.
panic station just set in, didn't it?
He came in 5 steps and then he was in all sorts.
He's done the Boston 2-step.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, the...
wide, and they've missed it.
Wow.
So that's 2 wides.
Newcombe's he was gone in a flash. Well, they know the urgency of the game. They know
false start.
He took off.
Hey?
Good on him. I like it.
Who was it earlier?
Was this hitting?
Didn't really I mention the man cap earlier?
Oh, bold.
There was a kitchen sink, the lounge room and the TV room in that shot.
Hold your shape, son.
I'll tell you what, if he gets anything on it,
look out.
It's either going over the keeper's head or it's going into the grandstand. It's got pad on that. And McAllister, good thinking.
Could be leg buys. Leg buys is a call.
Cool.
Well bowled again.
So what's this so far? 240. It's 9 off this over thus far. Still 2 to go.
Have noticed.
Boundary here would be interesting.
At least another boundary, yeah. 1 if not 2. Oh,
there it is.
That
is 4 runs.
What a great shot.
Still game on. There's still a glimmer of hope.
Good shot from Beach. 21 off 12.
Brought himself up the order and having a big impact. Big ball, this one.
20 off 7 balls now.
Have
another
noticed
boundary here, and it is game on.
Reichardt's found himself back on the rope.
Yes, on the rope.
Yes.
Full, good ball.
Well bowled.
That's where he should have been. And that last ball, he was short of a length. That last ball gave him the option of the short boundary.
Did he just have a ping at the other end?
I was going to comment on him on holding the ball and being very mature, and then he decided to have a crack at the other end.
So 19 off the last.
And Aiden Beach retains the strike. Oh, Weary. I just got a text from Barry Weir. Mulgrave boy, Beachy.
There we go. Weary hasn't been listening because we have been talking about Weary earlier.
What is it? 19 off the last
19
over.
off the last.
And Aiden Beach has strike. 22 off 13. He's another little captain's cameo here. Water is being run out. Helmet's coming off.
Oh, they're sucking in the big ones. It is hot and they've been running a lot.
Talon Reichert to bowl the final over of the match. The final over of the grand final. 3 overs and none for 18.
Finds himself under a little bit of pressure.
Well, you can give 2 away a ball, can't you? So you don't. It's just full and straight on the stumps. They miss, you hit.
It's easy up here,
isn't it? Isn't it?
To be honest, he's put himself under this pressure. If he hung on to that catch last over, he might have 25 to protect.
Did they take the power surge? Can't no power surge, is there, Shizzy? That's
No,
a shame.
no.
Wish there was. Bet you they do right about now.
Doesn't have an effect now in the BBL.
Oh,
Gee
yes.
whiz. Last night it did too,
Yep,
didn't it?
my word.
Rightio, last over. Business over.
Oh, well bowled.
Oh, well bowled. They'll still get something out of this.
Oh, they've
They're
got to
coming
go.
back
They've
for
got to
2.
go.
He's got to go hard.
Trouble, well run.
And makes it.
Thought he was
Must
treading,
be 2 runs.
thought he was treading water there for a minute.
Well bowled and probably a pretty good field place, that man. Nice, fine leg.
17 off 5.
So where's your gap here? Probably wide or square leg.
It's hard.
Square leg, there's a massive gap at square leg.
Hard to get a read on the
And
the
through
line he
covers.
wants to bowl with this field.
Square leg and through covers is probably the big gaps, I think.
Rykert in. They're running. Still makes it. That'll be a bye.
Well bowled, Talon.
Newcomb gets through. Good wicket keeping from McAllister.
It's 3, 16 off 4. 4 fours.
Probably needed Beach on strike, didn't we? I don't know if the bye is the right option there.
It seems strange with a couple of photographers out there. It looks like they've got plenty of
There's
fielders.
blokes everywhere.
Plenty of fielders.
Oh, umpire's
Square
not
leg's
happy.
not ready.
Waiting for square leg umpire to be in place.
Must be a boundary. Game over. There's no 4 here. And out.
Out.
No, dropped him. Stop it. I thought he swallowed it.
I think that was out.
In and then out.
Off the knee, it looks like.
Well, it's not. Luckily, it's not going to cost them, I don't think.
Here we go. Replay.
It's straight into the breadbasket. Trickled out.
It's dribbled out.
Wow.
Would have been interesting if he'd got all of that. There's no one else behind that, fielded behind square leg. Rykert in.
Like there, just
and
there.
lofted. They will push this hard. It won't go to the boundary. They'll be pushing for 3. They're going to go.
Good arm. Bowlers in.
Well run.
Well run.
Great running. 12 off 2. So, in theory,
Oh,
2 sixes.
talk of a front foot knowing going on over in the background here. Surely not.
Right arm over the wicket, bangs it in.
Oh, well bowled.
And that's
cricket.
been smacked.
Very good cricket.
Got to duck away, boys, and get the champagne out. So
Yeah,
it's
mate.
been a
You
pleasure.
enjoy, Benny Lachlan.
Congratulations,
Congratulations in your
Very
first
good.
foray into the
Very good.
Youth Cup.
Last
the
ball, here we
batsman
go.
Newcomb was actually standing out of his crease there, encouraging the fielder to have a crack at the stumps.
Yeah, right.
Looking for overthrows.
Well bowled. What a good last over. Everything's been full and up at the stumps, and that is a fantastic last over.
Rykert has done the business for the
Time to
Sunshine
celebrate.
Coast Scorchers. Time to celebrate for the boys. The Scorchers ended up on top of the table overall out of all of the 8 sides that were here prior to the start of today's grand final, and a well-deserved win to the Sunshine Coast Scorchers. Congratulations to all of their players and their coaching staff. Commiserations to the Far North Queensland Fusion. They've had a fairly outstanding couple of days here in Bundaberg, and I know making the final and going down, it's not the greatest feeling at this particular point of time, but those lads and the coaching staff should walk away feeling very, very proud of their efforts and what they've been able to achieve and learn over the last couple of days. The Scorchers win, Gilsey, was probably set up by their opening partnership. you
Yeah,
have
look,
to
they
say.
set the tone early on, mate. Putting 80 on the first 10 overs, albeit the Fusion were magnificent in the back half of that bowling innings, restricting them to only 50 runs in the last 10 overs of that batting. But certainly McAllister, got them away with a good knock up front. And then the Scorchers bowlers who have been good all carnival, tied them down. The spinners, I think, for both teams were the difference. Very economical. Took the pace off the ball. Batsmen had to create their own pace, Jason. But look, it was a really, really closely fought final. There's only 9 runs in it in the end. The Scorchers, I think, were deserved winners, most definitely.
Yes, well, Scorchers open up with Christensen, and he did the business with 2 overs for 7. And then we look at the other outstanding figures there. Ben Baker, 3 overs, 2 for 23. Jared Jackson, 4 overs, 1 for 12. And the bowler of the innings, I believe, Charlie Moore, 4 overs, 1 maiden, and he bowled the only maiden of the innings, 2 for 14 with his leg breaks, which is considered to be the most difficult skill of cricket. So we might wrap up our live stream there. Thank you very much, Simon Gills. Thank you very much to all of our Bulls Masters mentors. Thank you very much to our production team, John Devine and Mitch Horrigan, for their fantastic computer work and camera work. And we will leave you with a highlights package of all of the wickets from the Far North Fusion innings. And join us maybe in 12 months' time.
Maybe a little less for the Bulls Masters Country Challenge.
Correct.
October.
Bye for now.
Support your local fruit shop and help Queensland farmers.
One of my favourite fruits, oranges from Gayndah in the Wide Bay area.
And grapes from Warwick in the Darling Downs.
Beautiful strawberries from the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
Hard to beat an Innisfail or a Babinda banana from Far North Queensland.
What about juicy apples from Stanthorpe? You can't go past a Bowen mango from North Queensland.
Or a watermelon from Chinchilla. The Bulls Masters are all about supporting junior cricket, and we're all about supporting local farmers. So make a better choice and get into your local fruit shop.
Times are changing. Everything is getting quicker and smarter. As a family-owned Australian business, let us show you how we are keeping pace with the rest of the world. Whether you are a one-man band or the procurement manager for a large multinational, we take the time to understand your needs. We personalise our service offering to deliver safe and effective solutions. At C&W, we are here to be your trusted partner anywhere, anytime.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new Click and Collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and Collect. Try it today.
Hey, Horry and Mocko, can we have some tips?
Mocha, I reckon even you could turn this fella square.
I reckon, boys, we hold that lemon just down the seam. You get your technique right, we'll get that to swing. We'll bend it like a banana.
Good, good. Bulls Masters like to say thanks to the Brisbane markets for supporting us so that we can run events like the Bulls Masters Youth Cup.
The Brisbane markets support all our local farmers, so make a better choice and get all your fruit and veg from your local fruit shop.